And we are underway. Here we go. Hello, everybody. Yes, I do not have my hat on today. Again, I have a special version of the hats. Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out in the stream. Sorry for the stream delay. I am going to be totally honest with you. It's my fault. It's my fault. I can blame it on technology. I can blame it on all that, but it's totally my fault. I was talking with my buddy Banlish. I don't blame him. It was my fault. I lost track of time. We were chatting up a storm in Discord. We were like, blah, 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 blah. Or at least I was blah, 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 blah. I was talking to him for like 2 hours and didn't even realize it. That's how much I like Ban. We were just like literally just like talking what felt like about 10 minutes, like 2 hours went by. Just chatting it up a bit about a whole bunch of other awesome stuff, streamer stuff and all of that. And had a good time. And then I realized, I need to be streaming. My bad. All right, everybody. I take full blame. That was my bad. My mods, thank you for being awesome. So, again, my fault, everybody. Again, I tell it to you straight. I tell you the truth. I'm not going to give any other excuse. My bad. My bad. Now, tonight's stream is going to be a chill stream because we've earned it. We've earned it. We have spent the last 25 days giving away stuff. Right? Well, not every single day. Tuesdays I take off. But 6 days a week for for this entire month, when you can hear my voice about going out. We have done nothing but do awesome stuff on the stream and give massive amount of stuff today, culminating in last night, which literally I had so much stuff, I had to start giving away stuff every 5 minutes. And let me go ahead and take you back. Let's take it the way back machine. Little Wayne's World for you guys. Let's take us back to about a year and a half ago. I had 35 followers, right? And we can use a little Kismet, this way, Kismet thought bubble. Imagine this, Kismet thought bubble. One day, here I am, a year and a half ago. One day, when I get over 5,000 followers and, big pie in the sky dream. And when I get partnered on YouTube with Curse Union for Gamers. And one day, I'm going to be able to give back to all the awesome people who got me there. Maybe I'll do that for Christmas. Right about Christmas time would be awesome. I'll get a bunch of supporters together and we'll give away, 10, 15, 20 games. We'll give it back to the community. We'll give it back to the people who are always in my stream, who are here when my PC has died and watch me play some Fallout Shelter. Now, you guys may not even like this game. I love this game. I love it. You can tell. I play it all the time on the stream when I can. But for those who are always here, to get to the point to where I could give it away. Now, it grew way beyond my wildest dreams. My wildest dreams was like 20 stuff to give away. Thank you, GMVM. It was like my wildest dreams to do that. We'll get in back to this quest while we're talking to. Blow them up. I'll turn the sound on. So those are my wildest dreams so far ago. Way over 5,000 followers now. Definitely got the Curse Union for Gamers partnership there. Now, I did want to get partnership with Twitch. Still up in the air. Though, who knows? Who knows? But again, we'll keep going. Because we never give up in this stream. We'll never give up. We'll always keep going. That's the way we are. That's the way we roll in this stream. So yeah, the big pie in the sky dream was about 10, 20 games to give away. Well, instead of that, over the last few months, we have given away hundreds of games, t-shirts, loot drops, all sorts of stuff. Incredible. Way above and beyond my wildest dreams that I would be at this point in just about a year and a half. Now, my goal was to get to 5,000 followers in about 3 to 5 years. In 3 to 5 years. But thanks to you guys, thanks to all the love and attention from not only you guys, but other streamers and people who have come in and rated my channel, we crushed that within a year or year plus. Right? We've crushed that. We crushed all those goals. In fact, we crushed them so well, we had to come up with a whole bunch more goals, which is now 10,000 followers. And of course, that Twitch partnership. That's all I want. That's all I'm looking for. I don't need diamonds. I don't need houses. I don't need fancy things. Don't need those things. That Twitch partnership. And you might be like, Kismet, why don't you go do YouTube? Why don't you go do whatever else? I don't even look at the other ones. I don't care about those. Why don't you go stream on YouTube over there? Maybe because they're looking for people over there. Maybe get partnered over there. Because that's not the place to be. That's not the place to be right now. This is the place to be. Twitch is the place to be because it's where I want to be. Because it's got the two things that I like the most. Creativity and gaming. Now, I'm not knocking YouTube over there, though they have make a lot of public mistakes lately with a lot of the stuff they screwed up. But I love YouTube. I think YouTube is brilliant. I think it's a brilliant idea. It was way better when it first came out. But even corporatized, it is still pretty awesome, right? That you can go and pretty much find any knowledge you ever wanted to know in the world, both visually on YouTube or like on a Google search, right? It's unprecedented in the history of humans, right? To be able to find any knowledge that you wanted to know and learn. I mean, it's like a worldwide encyclopedia that you could go find. Now, of course, there's some stuff on there you got to watch out for, right? But that's what I wanted to start the stream with today. Why I'm on Twitch, why I love it so much, and why am I not off doing YouTube? Because I get that sometimes. Hey, Kismet, you're on YouTube. You're doing videos over there, bro. Why don't you stream over there? I don't know. Maybe a secondary thing down the road. I don't know. That's not my primary goal. Primary goal, partnership with Twitch. That is my primary goal. And then you're like, well, Kismet, when you get partnered, you're styling, right? Yay, hey, you're partnered. You're at the end of the road. Nah. It's just like starting a new game. When you get partnered, you just started a new game. You started from the beginning. A partnership is the beginning, but I want to start that adventure. I want to be dropped into that game. I want to start this giant journey on becoming the best streamer that ever was. The best one. The one that said, you know what, I'm going to do every time, I'm going to do the best stream ever. This is the best stream ever. Right here. You're in the best stream ever. Right now, it is, what number is this? Number 52. Holy moly. Holy moly. We've been doing lots of awesome streams. Kind of wild to see me without my hat, huh? Guys getting so used to wearing me with the hat. I still got the hat around here somewhere. It's right here. I still got it right here. I know you guys are tripping out. Tripping out. But that's my goal. That's my goal, is to start that journey. Is to start that journey as a partnered streamer. Again, it's just the beginning. It's the starting line. But you've been climbing these mountains to get to the starting line. And that's where I'm going toward. I'm getting to that starting line so I can do what I want to do, right? To do it every day that I love to do and hang out with you guys. So again, if you're a streamer, keep that in mind. Keep that in mind that is just the beginning of your journey. You're starting a new game, like in Fallout 4, you're starting a new game, and you're going to start it, right? I left, by the way, you see I took the tree away, but I left Dog Meat because he's just too awesome. I had to leave him there. He's just too awesome. I had to leave him down there. Now, let's keep playing some game. So I wanted to start the stream with that. All right, I wanted to start the stream where this is the start of the journey. Now, that's an awesome start. Game crashed already. That I wanted to let you guys know how much I appreciate everybody. How much I appreciate you guys coming into the stream. I know I say it a lot, but it's necessary, I think. Necessary for me as a person, and necessary so you guys feel appreciated. You know, you go in some people's streams and you could drop $1,000 in there. They don't even say anything. I've seen some streams. You go in there, dudes are dropping $100 here and $500 there and $1,000, and they're just doing their thing. More power to them. It's their stream. Guess they got so much cash, they don't even want to bother to say thank you. They don't say thank you to people who hit follow, right? They don't do that. More power to them. Maybe they're at a point they don't need to do that, right? More power to them. Their stream, they can do whatever they want. For me, that just doesn't feel right. It just doesn't feel right. And again, like I've said on the stream before, like I said yesterday in previous streams, this is who I am. I don't play a character. I don't play somebody else. I am who I am. This is Kismet. You see the real Kismet on stream. Of course, again, I do like to let you know that I am not the smooth and wonderful, beautiful skin that you see on the screen. I call this good lighting. Good lighting. I am a video pro. I do know how to do good lighting. I do know how to do blue screening from like 20 years ago, from a very long time ago. So I make myself look much younger on stream. So when you see me at TwitchCon, you're like, holy macro, you aged, Kismet. I'm warning you now. I'm warning you now. So there you go. I'm warning you in advance because I like to be straightforward. Now let me go ahead and throw some shout outs before I get too distracted. And again, tonight's going to be nothing but chill. We're going to have some good times. We're going to hang out with a lot of awesome people in my stream. We're going to do some Fallout Shelter. I know that we have some other giveaways that we haven't given away yet, but Dark Angel's taking a night. He has been working like incredibly hard behind the scenes, and he deserves it. Take a break, bro. Take a break. So if you have not gotten your giveaways yet, please do not bug him, and don't bother to bug me. We'll get you those in the next few days, all right? Well, we're going to try to shoot for Tuesday to get all of those out. That was a lot of stuff to give out, all right? So we're going to shoot for Tuesday, maybe Wednesday, all right? So give them some time. Give me some time to get all those out because that was a tremendous amount of work. Tremendous amount of work. And again, that went beyond my wildest dreams. I never knew that we would get to the point where, you know, not only with all the setbacks that happened, like I lost my PC and all of that stuff, we would get to a point where we could literally pay back to the community at that epic level. Hundreds of games, hundreds of dollars worth of games given out to you guys, right? It might be on the edge of 1,000. I don't know. I didn't add all those up. That was a lot. That was a lot. And it just kept coming and coming and coming. And then, again, I was to the point where I was just exhausted. I was exhausted. You guys could see it on last night's stream and the stream before. I'm feeling much better today, by the way. I had a really funny talk with Banlish, and we were just kidding around and had... It just really lifted my spirits. It was really great. We were just kidding back and forth and having a good time. Really fun. All right, let's blast these death claws. Blow them up. Too many death claws and not enough stim packs. That's our problem. So yes, so that's why I was delayed. But I just wanted to say thanks to everybody. And hello to everybody in the stream. Get this guy. Dope. Oh, there's the 5 times. Get him again. Where he goes rage mode. Heal, bro. Heal. Enraged. Oh, my gosh. Oh, you see that? He took a one-shot almost. Oh, he almost took a one-shot. All right. Let me back up and thank some people. Why is it not scrolling up? You rock, Kismet. Thank you, Marcus B. Jammin. Thank you. Oh, it's not scrolling up. But there we go. All right, there it goes. Okay. Let me go ahead and shout out to everybody. This is my normal thing I do at the top of the stream. Ameridave, my longtime, amazing mod, amazing guy, always backing me up. It has awesome suggestions on the stream. I owe a great part of my success to Ameridave, always being here. A staple in my stream. Amazing guy. Always here. I can't think of any other awesome words to think of how awesome Ameridave is. All right, so again, this is going to be very chill stream here. Very chill stream tonight. Heemful saying, there we go. Yes, that's why I have mods. Good question, though, Heemful. Who else we got? We got Crazy hanging out. We've got my awesome mod Chewy hanging out as well. Captain Jack. Could he have not gotten parts delivered to get somewhat up and going? Yes, all the parts will be here, but not the case. Yes, they will send out eventually. Don't worry. The pace was out of stock when it's ordered, but it will eventually come into stock, and we will get it. And I did try to call up. By the way, I did try to call up Origin today, and they are not there. I tried to call up Origin today, and I thought I had this crazy idea, and I get these crazy ideas that hey, maybe I could take all the parts and send it to Origin, and then we could just say, you know what, cancel that other case. And then try to get the case from Origin and have them configure it for me and everything. Because I love their case. I would love to buy one of their machines too, but they cost $3,700, $4,000. And I just don't have that. I just don't have it. Now, if I was still a graphic designer, I wouldn't even blink about that. I would be like, no problem. Got plenty of cash in the pocket. But I'm not of that anymore. I'm this. I'm a live streamer. That's what I do. That's what I do for a living. Kismet, what's up, brother? Chilling out, man. Chilling out tonight after a long string of giveaways. Just hundreds of stuff. Awesome. Dark Dragon, thanks for hanging out, buddy. Thanks also for that follow, by the way. I saw you followed about 18 hours ago. Thank you for dropping the Dragon Hammer, crushing that follow button, and becoming part of the Kismet Army. In fact, I'm going to let your thing go again. There we go. Now, speaking of yesterday's stream, right at the end of the stream, and I was absolutely exhausted. I literally was going to fall out of my chair for like the last couple streams. But I toughed it out because I said I was going to do it. When Kismet says he's going to do it, He'll tough it out. He'll do what he got to do. He'll man it up, even though I cry sometimes on stream, at least over the last few days. If I get really emotional, it's because I'm just absolutely drained. I'm drained. I haven't had any sleep or just like all these factors building up. But we did miss, I did do a love train, but I don't think we did it at the Kismet love level, right? We didn't do it at the epic level that we should have. So I want everybody on the lookout for Big JP, right? Big JP 15. We want to make sure we are on the lookout for him in the stream. Now, he might be hiding in the stream right now. Hopefully he's not, so we can surprise him, all right? So we're going to surprise him when he comes into the stream. And we're going to blow it up with a love train, right? At Big JP. So first, let's check the list. See if he's in there. You guys check the list. Maybe he's being sneaky. Maybe he's lurking right now. And then I'm going to say hello to a whole bunch of peeps. And then we're going to keep playing some game. The Extron says, welcome back, Kismet, to the stream. Thank you, The Extron. Thank you, everybody, for being patient. Again, I was talking to my buddy Banlish. Time ran away with me. And I fail fished it. My bad. Daniel Red says, here we go. Cool boys. Like, hey, I'm uploading my first vid. Go, cool boy. Be awesome, man. Follow that passion. Don't let nobody stop you. Don't let nobody stop you following your passion. I'm following mine every single day. If I'm tired, if I'm dizzy, if I feel like I don't want to get out of bed, if I don't do whatever, I use that passion. I use your guys' nice things you people say to get up out of the bed. Get out of the bed. Now, again, another full disclosure. For the last 2 days, I have done nothing. I have done nothing. I did not upload any videos. I did not edit any videos. I did not do any of that because of absolute exhaustion. I have done nothing but upload videos and done nothing but edit videos and nothing but streaming and improving my stream nonstop since like June of last year, since June of 2015. Every day, every minute I could squeeze in, I have been working on it. So I took a couple days. I got 0 done today. Full disclosure, all right? I got 0 done. I went with my kids. We got bike ride in. We went to the park. We hung out. We had a fun time. We laughed. I bought my kids this book for Christmas called Wreck This Journal. So their job is to go and wreck that journal, is to roll it down a hill, is to kick it, is to rub it in the dirt, is to throw it off a high place, is to do all of these fun things. So we went out and we did that today. That was a lot of fun. So I hope you don't mind that I did not get that compilation video out today, which I said I was going to try to do, but it will have to be tomorrow. I will do it on my day off and then upload it to YouTube for you guys. All right? It was nice. I loved it, Kismet. Exactly, Bleach Up. Assassin Red, sup. Cool boy hanging out. Destiny Forsaken saying sup. We got Crazy. Not here yet, Kismet. I don't know what that's about. Kiz, I wore my Crocs to sleep. And Kiz, I'm still wearing them. There you go, not OG. There you go. You were tired, bro. Kiz, are you doing something special for New Year's on the stream? I think we're going to give away the rest of those prizes that we have after Dark Angels had some time to rest up. As well as I will probably put the Overburden with KizCast t-shirt back up there. And I might even give some away on stream. So be watching for that. Because I love those Overburden with KizCaps t-shirts. I think they're one of my favorites. I do love the base, this one. The rare one. This one will not go up again, by the way. For those who got this one, this is the original Kismet shirt. You guys are the only owners of those now. The original Kismet shirt. Now, the new Kismet shirt will have the Kismet with the Ring of Destiny at the bottom of that one. So there we go. Yes. So hold on. Let me keep going here. Again, you're going to find I'm a little out of it. I'm still recovering from like exhaustion. So let me throw out some thanks for all the hosts as well. I know I got a massive amount of those. Of course, we've got Aaron with the awesome host. We got Sister Wolf. We've got Risen. We've got Shadow Hartley. We got Tank Shield. We've got Captain Rex, a.k.a. Jang, my awesome member. Collaptrack. We got Cool Boy. We got Commander Adama. Dark Angel. We got DK Valentine. Jay. We got Mr. McGreefy. Chewy again, I think. Or was that also? I don't know if I already said Chewy. Chewy, Frododo, Samson. If I say the same name again, just roll it. That's Mr. And on to you, Kyle, JNV, VM, and Crazy. Who else we had? We just had some other hosts here. Bleach Jump also with a host. Ameridave with a host. Digital with a host. Find all these hosts. There we go. Thanks, everybody, for those awesome hosts as well. Thanks for hanging out in the stream. As always, I appreciate you guys hanging out. We have a good time in here. We have a good time. Kizcaps will be resetting. Yes. January 1st of 2018. You guys got some time. You guys got some time. You got a whole year. Don't worry about it, Rigbo. You got a whole year, bro. Not this January. A year from this January. You got all year to use them up. You got a ton of them. I gave out 10,000 last night after that last giveaway. You should have a lot. You should have a bunch. Now, after the first of the year, of course, we're going to turn all that stuff back on again where you can, play a game with me and do all that stuff that we get the Kismet Overburdened with Love PC together and back up and running. All right? So you'll be able to use that stuff for all that kind of fun stuff. So thanks for hanging out. Now, again, if you are new to my stream or if you've forgotten, my name is Kismet. I'm the leader and founder of one of the longest running gaming guilds, Kismet Ring of Destiny. Been together 14 years with almost 900 members now over that time. And my name is right down below here. If you would like to talk to me and me be able to see it, even though my mods do watch very closely, I can go ahead and put Kiz or Kismet in the chat. It'll highlight in red. I'll be able to see it. Like, hi, Kismet, how you doing? And it will attach itself to the top of my chat. I hate to miss anything that you're trying to communicate to me, all right? Of course, watch out. Make sure to follow those chat rules. And, of course, most importantly, obey the mods. Or respect them at the very least, but also obey them. Respect my mods. They work very hard. They have been working incredibly hard, especially this month and months before, to help out in the stream. So make sure to show them lots of love in the chat. Every time you see them in there, show them that love. They do an amazing job. They do an amazing job. Now, let's get moving on. Again, tonight's going to be totally chill. Not going to be doing massive giveaways. We're not going to be doing all of that. That literally, exhausted me. I have, partial exhaustion from so many giveaways. But it was wonderful. It exceeded when I had that little dream. Again, dream bubble right here. Visualize it in your head. Be creative. Use your imagination. Dream bubble of me dreaming. One day, this is going to happen, right? A dream bubble. And it came true. It came true. Again, don't get discouraged as a streamer. Don't get discouraged at whatever you do. Not just a streaming. Maybe you want to be whatever, right? Maybe you want to go out. You want to be a doctor, right? And you're like, I don't have any money. I don't know how to become a doctor. I don't know how to do those things. That stuff will work itself out if you work hard enough at it, right? You got to go out. You got to say, hey, how can I become a doctor? What are the steps? If you have nothing, if you know nothing about it, how can I learn enough about it and get to the point where I could be that thing, right? That is what you need to do. You need to learn about how to become whatever it is you want to do. You got to let that passion fill you up because there's going to be a lot of these, woohoo, a lot of these downs, but there's going to be some ups too, all right? So you got to build momentum sometimes on the down to go for the ups, right? So keep building that momentum toward where you want to go. And hopefully you get up here and you spend a lot of time up here on the roller coaster, right? That's what you want to do. Spend a lot of time up there because life is up and down all the time. Up and down, not fair. It's not easy. If anybody's telling you life is fair, anybody's telling you life is easy, they are lying to your face. It is not easy. You come on there with those infomercials and they say, hey, be like me. You could be a millionaire in 2 seconds. Just, send me $500. Send me $500 and you follow my thing and you'll be a millionaire. Probably most of those are not legit. Just saying. Most of them. Maybe one of them's legit. I don't know. But I know enough to not believe too much, right? With a grain of salt, right? Grain of salt in most of that stuff. When somebody sends you an email and says, hey, you're a millionaire. All you have to do is send me $1,000 and I'll send you $1 million. You're like, why do I need to send you 1,000? Why don't you just put it in a suitcase and drop it off at my front door? Or even better yet, write me a check. I'll take it. Thanks. If you got $1 million, you got $1 million of my bucks. Take 300 of my bucks, fly to wherever I am, or 600 of my bucks, fly to wherever I am, give me the check and have a nice day. There you go. So watch out for people that try to scam you like that. Especially if you're a nice person. People think that just because you're a nice person, that you're gullible. That you're going to be easy target to take advantage of. And some people are. You got to watch out. Some people are. So you got to be strong enough to find those people. Those people who will come in and, you know, be all nicey nice and then get you. Try to get you, right? Try to get you. So watch out for those people too. I suffer nobody who mistreats people. I suffer no one. I'm hardline on that. I'm a nice guy, but I'm hardline on being respectful. Now, I don't care if they're disrespectful to me. I could care less. I'm at the age where go for it. Doesn't bother me at all. That's why coming in my stream and trolling is like the most useless thing to do. Because I'm at the age because I don't care. Go for it. You know, my mods is gonna get you anyway. They're like at the ready. They got the band hammer. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Boom! They're gonna drop it on you. So there you go. So there you go. I mean, be a nice person, but watch out for people who try to take advantage of you, right? But I don't really get upset when it's at me. But if people start messing with my members or messing with my mods, gone. I suffer no one. And you shouldn't either. If you're a leader of your team or whatever, this is my suggestion. Of course, it's your deal. You can do whatever you want. Don't suffer those people. I don't care if he's a ranked 1 player. I don't care if he's the best whatever game you're playing person in the world. If the guy's a jerk and he's disrupting the harmony of your group, it's not worth it. It is not worth it. It is totally not worth it. Believe me, I've tried it. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. I tried it when I was first starting off as a leader. I had a bunch of people that were like that. And I'm like, I am not going to suffer. Why do I have to suffer as the leader, right? Why do all my members have to suffer being around this person, right? Just everywhere we go, it's like a negativity train, right? Negative, 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 negative. If you're too negative all the time, if you are a downer Debbie, as they used to call it in the olden days, where you come in and everything you do is you turn everything positive into a negative, right? Hey, we won that raid. But we're going to die next time. I mean, occasionally it's okay, but all the time with the negativity, if you're just constantly downturning all conversations into negativity, you guys know what I'm talking about, right? Everybody put a 1 in the chat if you know somebody like that. If you know somebody who you talk to in your lifetime, that everything you say to them gets turned into a negative, right? It's a downer Debbie, right? Let me know in the chat. I want to see how many people put a 1 in the chat of those people. They know those people, right? You're like having the greatest day for once, right? For once you're having the greatest day. Oh, you're having a great day and da-da-da. And oh, this happened to me. And you know what? I found $10 on the ground. And you know what? My car started today and it never usually starts. And I went to work and I got a promotion. And it's such a fantastic day. And then you talk to that person and they're like, yeah, well, tomorrow's going to suck, right? And you're just like, come on, dude, I was having a good day. Let me have one good day, right? There you go. That's me, says not OG. Don't be that person, bro. Don't be that person. Don't bring other people's down. That's what I talk about a lot in my stream. Don't take that negativity of those people and put it on your shoulders because it's weighing you down, bro. It's weighing you down. You just go, boom, look at those shoulders. I don't carry nobody's negativity around. It's not your job to carry their negativity around. It's your job to survive yourself, right? Is to keep that positivity going, to follow that passion of what you do. It really does pay off if you can keep that going. Keep that going. Build that momentum toward what you want to do. And you might be like, well, yeah, put up or shut up, Kismet. Well, how do you know how that happens? Well, graphic designer, 25 years. Top of my field, bro. Been there, done that. I've been around. I've done a few things. I've been through some stuff, right? And I don't mind sharing some real-life Kismet tips as well as some in-game Kismet tips in the stream. But again, your life, your choices, all on you. Don't blame me. Don't blame other people. I see people do that all the time, right? Same thing with the Debbie Downers. There's the blamers, right? Oh, I can't do it because of this happened. Because of that happened and this other thing. And that other guy did this to me and I can't do whatever, right? My kids do that all the time. They have not learned that lesson yet. I'm trying to teach them. That making excuses for your bad choices never works out. Never works out. There's not one person that's going to believe you. Not one person that's going to believe you because of this guy is the reason why you didn't go to work, right? He said something mean to me, so I decided not to go to work today, right? See how dumb that sounds? That seems really dumb. But people use it all the time. Use it all the time. My kids use it all the time. Well, so she hit me, so I hit her back. That's not a good excuse. Somebody hits you, you come tell me. Then they're in trouble, right? They need to learn not to do that. Now, as a dude who's been in a lot of fights, by the way, I've been in a lot of fights as a kid, because that's what dudes do. They get in fights, especially in the school I was in. I'm glad I haven't been stabbed or killed. Basically, you know, fight was only the last resort. That is like, these guys are nuts, and they don't want to talk it out, and they come at me, I'm going to defend myself, right? Or if my buddy is getting beat on, I'm not going to let that happen. I'm not going to stand by and watch him get beat on so I don't get beat on. He's getting beat on, I'm going to beat those guys back so they don't beat on my friend. That's the person that I am, right? So that should be the last resort to do that kind of stuff, right? Only if you are in danger. You are in danger. You feel your personal thing is in danger. That's what I try to say, right? So, again, some real talk here at the top of the stream. I like to do a little real talk. I think it's kind of fun in my stream. It's kind of my signature thing now. Other than my Kismet tips, my Kismet kill box, and all the other fun stuff that we do in here. It's kind of my thing. I like to talk a little real talk here at the top of the stream. So, yes. And I also like to give out some news. Right now, no news. We have like zero news other than the fact that they have not responded to me about my partnership. They have not responded to me and not said no. So, the hope still abounds that by some miracle, by some Christmas elf, sends me a special wish and gets me that partnership. Right? But, doesn't happen, I'll keep going anyway. I'll keep going anyway. Because you are the guys I stream for every single day. You guys really brighten up my every day. You lighten up my day through all the laughter and fun and games that we play. And there we go. Kismet Army standing at the ready to mess up some trolls. Aimful, I like that. I like that. My mom is one, kids. Yes, Interin, I know. And sometimes you get like that in life. I've been in that place. I've been in that negative place. And I have fought very hard to get out of it. And I have a lot of people that are like that I still know, they're the negative person, right? Everything you say, boom, down in the dumps they go with it, right? And I've been that person. I've been partially that person. Not always that person, but I've been that person too where I get in a negative mode, okay? Nobody is completely flawless. Not that I'm saying I'm a saint in any way, especially when it comes to cursing and things like that, though I don't think it's appropriate to do it in here. It makes people uncomfortable. It makes people uncomfortable in real life if you do it too much. There are certain people that those words are appropriate to call. Just not in the middle of the stream and also not around children or anything like that. Probably not in church would be a bad time. Bad time to be yelling that out. Just saying. Just saying. Or wherever you are. If you're in like the store and you go crazy and start cussing somebody out, probably bad time. Probably a bad time. But if you hit your thumb or you hit your knee, which I often do on all my wife's and kids' stuff, I'll be walking down the hallway and they'll leave their shoes or their toys and I'll fall over it and I'll bam into the wall and I'll be like at the wall. Not at my kids. My kids, I try to keep it under control, but I tell you, it is difficult. The older you get to control your emotions, as well as the less sleep you get, it is a lot more difficult to control. Like when I was young, man, boom, complete control, no problem, never lost control. Don't lose control. I'm a very even-tempered guy most of the time. Very even-tempered. But man, I tell you, the lack of sleep and the sheer getting older makes it tough. It's tough to control those emotions. I mean, I was losing it. I was losing it on stream the other day. I was losing it. I couldn't hold it back anymore. But there you go. There's a little getting older tips as well. Try to keep that in check. Try to keep that stuff in a bit of check. But again, your choices, your life. You do whatever you want. Just telling you my point of view. Kismet will destroy anyone that gives you a hard time. There we go. Kiz, you missed my joke with that speech. I'm sorry, not OG. Let me go back. I didn't miss it. I saw that you said that's me. I saw that. Saltbot, I have done that, yet nothing has been read. I did read your thing where you said that's me. Loot. Let me go back and look. Oh, you're being... I see. I wish kids would read the chat. That'd be good. I'm passive aggressive. I'm reading the chat. I'm actually looking at the chat. When I'm looking over here, I'm looking directly at the chat. I'm reading all your things in the chat. There we go. Shake off that negativity. That's one of my famous quotes. Yes. I tell you, Kismet, I can't wait till I meet myself so I can kick my butt for some of the stuff I've done. Yeah, so you go back in time and kick your own butt? Yeah, there we go. I know I deserve that in my 20s. Easily. Maybe, actually more in my late teens. In my 20s, I met my wife and I mellowed a lot. And not such a big self-centered bastard, but still a little bit there. Still a little bit there. But I try not to be. I try hard. There we go. Making mistakes is the best way to learn. Exactly. I give myself the freedom to make mistakes. I make a lot of them. And of all the mistakes I've made, very few of them I truly regret. Right? Like that one with the girl. I truly regret not helping her. And I told this on the stream the other day. I'm not going to tell the story again for right now. Maybe again some other day. But for those who were in my stream, I told this story. This person asked me for help. I didn't help them. And then like a horrible thing happened. Right? They got kicked. I'll tell you a little bit. I was in college and she got kicked out of the class and she left the class literally crying. And I could have helped her. And that would have probably made a difference in her life, right? That she would have continued to have love for playing the piano, which is the class I was taking. I truly regret that I didn't do that. I truly regret also that I didn't go to that teacher and tell her what a bad teacher she was, that she just ruined that person's love of it. Because the teacher before her, before he retired, was phenomenal. He inspired me every day to want to play the piano. He was phenomenally great. Amazing. Amazing. And he could play like beautiful, like bring tears to your eyes. He could play so well. And he was just a sweet old guy. And she was a mean middle-aged lady. The funny thing is, I think she was about my age. I think she's about my age now. When she was in there, when I was like, 20 years old. That I truly regret. Now, other than that one, I can't think of anything else that I truly regret of all the mistakes I've made. Right? Like that Twitch thing the other day. I don't know how much I regret that. I probably regret that the very least of all of the things that I've made mistakes on. But I still regret it a little. I regret the fact that we tweeted over there and they didn't like it. I tried to engage my community and they said, Kismet, don't do that. And I'm like, sorry, bro. We tweeted you like 5 or 10 times. My bad. Right? Also an important thing to learn. When you make a mistake, own up to it. Own up to it. My bad. Never going to do it again. All right? I went straight over there. Said that was my bad. Not going to do it, bro. Thanks for the feedback. Be respectful. Be courteous, right? Of other people. They give you feedback. They weren't trying to be mean, though. It was like a sucker punch to me, though. I've been working so hard toward this partnership, so hard toward this giveaway, that, for months and months and months, I've been working on it. I've been working for all this time, trying to get those videos uploaded and just constantly working all the time, despite my conditions, all of the time. And that just got me, man. I was depressed. I was depressed and weepy, and I was just out of it. Out of it. Kids, don't you have pet carry open? Rigbo, always trying to keep me on target. Thank you, Rigbo. Yes, we will do that, bro. There we go. Lethal says, hey, everyone. Never give up, never surrender. That is right, Digital. I love that movie. That was such a great movie. Galaxy Quest. If you guys have not seen that, by the way, that is a surprisingly way better movie than you would expect it to be. Don't expect it to be Academy Award winning stuff. But if you like some sci-fi, if you like Star Trek, by the way, which is, I can totally tell that's based on Star Trek, go check it out. Fuddle. That's right. We like to fuddle up in here. I'm going to get to fuddle some more when I get my PC. By the way, update on the PC. We did get that funded, and all the parts are on the way. Just not the case. Just not the case, because the case is back ordered. The second is not back ordered. They were sent it to me. And like I was saying earlier, I called up Origin and they weren't there today, but I sent them an email and said, hey, Origin, if I sent you all the parts, can you put it together? Because I really love those Origin PCs. And if I could afford those Origin PCs, I would go and I would get one hands down, no problem. Because I really love what they're doing over there. I really think they're beautiful machines and they're doing an amazing job over there. Again, I'm not paid to do that. I'm not sponsored by them anyway. I'm not going to get anything from it. I like to make sure that people know that, because people don't disclose that information sometimes, and they're like sponsored, and then they just like act like they're really saying it when they're just saying it for money, right? So I like to make sure that you guys know that I'm not saying it for money. I'm just that way. I just do it naturally. I don't know. I do it for naturally. And if they did sponsor me, I would let you know. If they said, Kismet, you know what, bro? We love your stream. You may not be the biggest streamer yet, but we love what you're doing. We love your message. We love the fact that you're PG-13. We love that you don't cuss every 2 seconds in your stream, even though you have done that in the past, in your past life, before you started streaming. You have overcome that need to do that every 2 seconds, which is not easy, by the way. Not easy. So there we go. Notes the chat got 1,000 times nicer. There you go. It did. It did. There we go. We will open that. A Kiz original. There you go. Just be careful when putting it together, Kismet. Oh, I'm going to have somebody else put it together. I'm not going to risk it, guys. I'm going to get the computer guy to put it together. Now, if I can't get Origin to do it, which I think we have like a 1% chance at best, I seriously doubt they do that. I seriously doubt it. I'm sure they want to use their own parts and their own stuff if they're going to call it an Origin PC. But it would make a great story, wouldn't it? It would make a great story. Plans for 3 months for this big event. Right in the middle of his event, his PC dies. Then, like a Christmas miracle, he gets all the parts for the new PC. And then he calls us up and asks us to put it together. And then he has an official assembled by Origin PC. That would be incredible. And then I'd have it all, I'd put some stickers on the side and put your names on it and all of that stuff. That would make an incredible journey and an incredible story. And life is about journeys and about stories. And that's why you'll hear me say a story or two in here. You'll hear me talk about stories or two. Right? And I'm a bit of a storyteller. I like telling a story from two or two. True stories, by the way. True stories. I don't like, I'm not a, I forget if it's fiction or non-fiction. Let me know in the chat. The one that's not true. I don't like writing, I don't like telling non-true stories, right? I wouldn't mind writing a non-true story book, right? That was like, all these different characters. That wasn't me, right? That was just like these random characters I came up with, and they're in this fictional area, and they do this fictional stuff. That would be fun. But if you write it as though it's real, and then claim it's real, I think that is not cool. That's not cool. Not coolio. All right. Boom. Not OG says, but real talk is, I've been mental rundown last week. I was, oh boy. Oh, sorry to hear that, not OG. Sorry to hear that. I don't know if you're just trolling or if that's in real life, but either way, bro. Either way, I wish you the best with that, because that is a tough one to overcome. That is a tough one to come back from. A very tough one. But there is people out there. Just keep in mind, there are people out there who can help you, bro. There are. Seek those people out. Seek those people out who will back you up. Who will back you up, say, I got your back. We're going to get you. We're going to get you better, right? Don't go to none of my doctors, by the way. They suck. They suck, and I want my money back. But, there you go. Well, two of my doctors are... This little, disclaimer on that. Two of my doctors are decent. They are decent people. All the rest of them are useless. All the rest of them are useless either by incompetence or by being underhanded or by just not having a solution that worked for me, right? I don't want to totally throw them under the bus, though that's where they belong. Most of them. Most of them belong. But you know what? You know what did it in the long run? Was one of my doctors saying, you know what, Kismet, this could be for it. This could be for the rest of your life, bro. This could be, you're going to be dizzy all the time. You're going to have that sleep apnea. for the rest of your life, man. It's not going to go away one day. It's not going to be like you wake up one day, hey, I'm not dizzy anymore. Hey, I don't have sleep apnea anymore. Hey, I feel like right as rain. That's it, bro. It's for the rest of my life. It's always. It will never go away unless some miracle happens, some medical breakthrough that comes through and says, look, take this magic pill. Boom, you're solved, right? Like Star Trek, where he like gives that lady, like, I forget what movie that is. He gives that lady this pill and she grows like a new liver or a new lung or whatever. Yeah, we wish. We wish in this day and age. That's the thing. That would be wonderful. That would be wonderful. But again, I tell it to you straight. I tell you the reals deals up in here. Again, we're playing some Fallout Shelter. I love this game. It is incredibly fun. We have 2 vaults running right now that we've been playing on stream. Of course, my longtime vault, Vault 45, been playing it since June 11th, non-stop. All of this time, it's been running continuously all of the time. I think that's quite an achievement. Quite an achievement to have it running since day one, continuously. And I play it nearly every single night. Every single night, either on stream or off stream. Because I really enjoy it. It's one of those games that you can spend a little time in, get your stuff going. It's very relaxing. You don't have to really, it's not like a first-person shooter or a driving game or something like that where you have to just constantly like be in the zone all the time, right? I could be doing stuff and checking on my people, and I can talk to my wife, and I could watch TV, or I could, do other things, and then, make sure everything's going fine, and just kind of ping pong back and forth. So if you're looking for a game that is like that, that's relaxing and chill out. Of course, when death claws come in, that could be a little stressful. But if you set it up right, like I have it, it's not as stressful anymore. If you set up your vault just right and you get it rocking and rolling, you can set up a whole bunch of stuff and then do some other stuff, which is what we're going to do. We're going to set up a whole bunch of stuff here in the vault. Then we're going to go check on the other vault. And then we might play some other mobile games as well tonight. Again, tonight is Total Chill Night. No giveaways. So if you're here for giveaways, sorry, bro, you missed it. We gave away over 100 games for all month long, for weeks on end, and all of that. And these are the people who are in here right now that I appreciate. And you know what? I feel like giving you guys some bonus Kismet. Myself, I'm going to personally type it in here. I'm not going to hit up Chewy. I'm going to let Chewy rest today. Chewy needs a rest. I'm going to do it myself. Throw it in there, 1,000 Kismet for all of you guys. All of you guys hanging out no matter what I'm doing. Whether I'm doing giveaways, whether I'm playing some Fallout Shelter, whether I'm doing Skyrim, whether I'm playing 7 Days to Die or Fallout 4 or whatever I'm playing, or Star Wars The Old Republic, my team, hanging out all the time. That's for you guys. That's for you guys. Again, you got all next year, all 2017 to use those up. I'm giving you a year in advance heads up. Year in advance heads up on all of that. So there you go. By the way, congratulations, Ameriday, for breaking the 100,000 Kismet club. Broke that 100,000. Like a boss. Like a boss. All right. So we've got that pet thing we want to do. Let's go ahead and get some stuff going. We need to make a bunch of Dragon Maws. Let's see if we have enough stuff to make Dragon Maws. Got at least one. All right. I think maybe one is all we got. We're going to give it a shot. Yeah, one is all we got. Now, I think if I scroll all the way down, it's going to be grayed out. Yep. All right, we need more beakers to do more Dragon Maws. Well, let's go ahead and just do some random stuff. Whenever I don't do Dragon Maws, then I just do random stuff to unlock stuff here in my thing. Right, so we're going to have to start making a note of which ones we have and which ones we don't have, so I don't have to keep coming in and out of here 50 times over and over again. But let's do that real quick. Protodo says, Kismet, what are you eager to do most when you get your new computer? Play Fallout 4. I am very eager to do that. I'm eager to do like a whole week worth of playing Fallout 4. Though I don't want to neglect my team, which I, of course, have not been in with all of this time. But I would love to play some Star Wars with them as well and play the new expansion. That's another one. But I know you guys want to watch me play Fallout 4. So I think we're just going to have like a just massive mega streams in a row. I think that's what we're going to do. We're just going to play and play and play when we get that new machine. We're going to have to we're going to have to test it to make sure it works well. Yeah, that's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to test that. We're going to have to test that new PC. That's why we're going to have to do a lot of extra gaming, right? Hey, any excuse. Any excuse. Rigbo says, Kismet, haven't even been watching you for a month, but you have helped me. Oh, good. Oh, there you go. That's good to know, Rigbo. The worst thing about drugs is they steal away your ability to know right from wrong. And they steal away the person you used to be, which is tough. I've known a lot of my friends when I was young. Luckily, I never got hooked on that stuff. I never got into that stuff. But watch them go from just the greatest person. Beautiful, beautiful girls, beautiful guys. Just disintegrate. Watch them just deteriorate. No matter how much you try to help them, no much how to do, they're not there anymore. It's like a shell, right? They're a shell anymore of who they were. And that's a tough thing. That's a tough thing. Big love to everybody who's stuck in that stage. Even if it's just something like cigarettes, right? Which I think is a despicable thing. Because they get you hooked on it. Then you're like addicted to it. You can't get off of it. Despicable. Despicable thing. Not the person who's smoking is despicable. It's the tobacco people who are putting it out and know that it does that. That it does that and it kills people. That is despicable, I think. That's just me, right? A little controversial subject there. But you guys know that I tell you straight. I tell you straight. That's what I think. I'm obviously not going to get partnered from them, sponsored by them. But there you go. There you go. They will not be a sponsor of my channel. And if you are stuck in that place, let me tell you that I have known people who have been cigarette smokers or other things, other harder drugs, that have come back from that. They have come back from it. I knew this lady that I work with, sweetest lady, nicest lady, started smoking when she was like 16. Smoked for most of her life. And then she went and said, that's it. Today's the day. And went and started against it. Now, of course, she fell back into smoking and dropped out and dropped in and back and forth for quite a long time, for several years. And then one day I saw her. It was like that ashen thing that was around. Her face was ashen. I didn't even know. Because I didn't know her face was like that. Until I saw her when she stopped smoking. Then she had rosy cheeks. She was renewed. You could tell. You could tell the difference between somebody who's a heavy smoker and who has that ashen face, who has they feel drained. They haven't eaten because, of course, it's appetite suppressant. And all of this stuff, and you could see them transform into a regular, who they were, right? Who they are, as opposed to what this particular drug is doing to them. This particular cigarette is doing to them. It is actually physically changing their appearance and their zest for life, right? So it was astounding. It was astounding to see that difference. So it is possible to come back from that. And again, sorry to cut on the controversial subject there, but it is possible to come back from it. It is possible to come back from those things. I believe that people can come back from that. So seek out the help of people who are positive. Seek out the help of people, especially here in Christmas. And again, because of that girl that I did not help, because I lacked the maturity to help her, I will never just kind of slide by that kind of subject. I will never not be honest with you guys, right? Now, if it gets into race and political and all that other stuff, I will ban you out of my channel. Don't take it there. Don't take it there, all right? But I'm just saying, the only thing I want to say, and I'm not going to get into political and all that other stuff, right? But I want you to know as a person that it is possible to come back from that. It is possible to stop all the drugs. It is possible to stop smoking cigarettes, all of that stuff. It is possible. And you've got to know it's possible, because imagine this. Everything in your life, everything you've ever done in your life, the second you knew something was possible, it became much easier. Now, it's not going to become easy, but it became much easier, right? Like the second you knew, like riding a bike, right? You rode your bike, you fell, you rode, you fell, you rode, you fell. Maybe you're an awesome expert and you just went riding right away. But the second you knew you could ride that bike, and I've seen this in my kids, the second they knew they could ride the bike, the second they said, wow, I can ride my bike, they never had a problem with it again. Off they went. Now today we went for a bike ride, got on the bike, boom, off they went. Right? I didn't have to hold the back of their bike. I didn't have to turn. It's the not knowing. It's the thinking it's impossible is what stops you from doing it. It's the impossibility that's the barrier. And the thinking that it is possible is what opens that door. All right? I'm getting serious today. A little serious Kismet talk for you guys. So there we go. I hope that inspired at least just one person. All right? Go out there. Think it's possible. You understand? Oh, look at that. Thanks, Kismet. Thanks, Kismet. Oh, you're welcome, everybody. You're welcome. Because that's what I have learned in my life. That once I know something is possible, I know I can do it. I know one day I'll be a great streamer. One day when I grow up, when I'm a big boy. When I'm a big boy, I'll be a great streamer. One day. One day. Yeah, don't take it there. Don't take it there, Frodo. Don't take it there. You will get timed out for any political stuff. I'm trying to avoid all the political parts and just talk to you guys, the people that are in my stream, about the power of knowing something is possible and the power of positivity. No matter what's happening, if you can keep that positivity, then you can do whatever. You can do whatever your passion is. The second that negativity comes into it, it slows you down. It's like stepping in tar or stepping in mud, right? It slows you down. And putting other people's negativity on you, of course it's going to slow you down. You're weighed down by their negativity. Knock them off your shoulders. Throw away that negativity backpack. Watch out for dog meat. Those kind of things. There you go. There you go. And of course, laughter is a great thing too. Laughter can help you. Hopefully you get a little bit of silliness in my stream other than this serious Kismet moment. All right? Sometimes I talk up serious. We real talk up in here. I've been doing a lot of real talk over the last 3 days, but today's a chill stream. I'm just chilling out. I'm going to be playing some games. I'm going to make a list of all my legendary weapons here so we can make some other legendary weapons real quick. All right, so again, when I get exhausted, you will find I err on the side of real talk. That's me. That's my channel. But we do play a lot of games. But don't think that's every stream. Don't think it's every stream. But occasionally we get into it. And I'm so glad for her, by the way. The lady who stopped smoking, and it was just like a transformation. Because she was just the sweetest, nicest person. Sweetest, nicest person. Did I blame her for smoking? No. She had a weak moment. Someone told her to do it. She said, okay, I'll try it. And then, hooked. I am very non-pure pressure, by the way. Pure pressure does not work on me, which my kids know all too much. I am very immune to pure pressure. If everybody says, Kismet, jump off that bridge, go, 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 I'll be like, nope. Nope. And that's where I probably can give you your biggest suggestion is watch out for people who try to get you into trouble. There's a lot of them out there. Their enjoyment is you getting in trouble. But again, they are your choices. It is your life, and you will have to make them. Don't blame me, because they are your choices. Not mine. E-L-I, Alien Blaster. And I don't know why I didn't think of this earlier. I should have thought of this the other day when we were doing this on the stream. Why don't I just make a list of the ones that I got, so when I'm looking at the list, I will have a list. The simple smart things that elude you sometimes. Junk jet. And again, man, that's a powerful thing, to know something is possible. You just gotta believe it, that it's possible. I was laying in that bed, couldn't do anything, couldn't go anywhere, couldn't drive my car, couldn't do any of that. It's possible, bro. It's possible to come back from it. Not if I'm using my doctors, though. But I'm going to have to do it myself, because I'm a great problem solver. I'm a great problem solver, and I'm going to go to that problem. I'm going to lose that 40 pounds, which I have lost, which you can tell. You see just in my face alone. My face alone, like 25 pounds. Yeah. It is possible. It ain't gonna be easy. It ain't gonna be easy, and I ain't done yet. Ain't gonna be easy. Keep going. To not give up. We gonna do it. Laser rifle. Got this so small. Oops. I had it real small, and then I pressed the button, and it got even smaller. I can't see it. There we go. All right. Amplified Laster Rifle. Ooh, spelling mistakes for the win. Let's try laser rifle. Wow, there's a lot of legendaries in here. I thought, well, just a few of them. I'll write a few of them down. And they added a bunch of extra ones. Musket, Infiltrator. Sorry, everybody. I thought it was going to take a minute, but apparently they have added a massive amount. Of course, that's a good thing. That's a good thing when they add a massive amount of content to the game. I usually scroll all the way to the right side. That's why I didn't realize that there's an absolute ton of them in there. Blackhawk. Wild Bill's Sidearm. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good name of that one. And the Lone Wanderer. Well, we knew that one. We knew that one. So there we go. You're a great streamer, Kiz. Not will be. Oh, thank you, Mr. Stabs. Well, one day when I grow up, when I get to start my journey as a partnered Twitch streamer, then I'm going to strive for it. I would like to start. I'm ready to go to that start line. I want to get to that start line, say, I'm a partnered streamer. It is time to get it on. It is time to take this stream to the whole nother level. I'm still going to take it to another level. I'm still going to keep going, no matter what. I never give up. As you know, like when on Christmas Eve, I did not want to stream. I said, no, I'm exhausted. I can't do it anymore. I can't go anymore. I don't want to do it. I feel terrible. I feel like I made a mistake. I tweeted that thing out. They sucker punched me with that. A whole bunch of other drama was going on. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want it. And you guys know what I'm talking about, right? Put ones in the chat if you know what I'm talking about. Those days where you're like, I don't want to do nothing. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to get up. I don't want to deal with life. I don't want to go to work. I don't want to do anything. But you always feel better when you break yourself out of that mode. When you say, you know what? No. I'm getting up today. Going to work. And do what I got to do. And then about an hour into work, it may still suck. But at least you feel better about yourself. Right? You feel better that you did it. You got up. You did it. Right? All the other problems are still there. But you feel better usually about yourself. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat with that one. All right. Throw one in there if you know what I'm talking about. Kismet, we're the lucky ones because we found you at the beginning. Thank you, Mr. Stabs. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. Oh, man. By the way, they're going to announce TwitchCon. Hopefully soon. We're going to have a great time. I can sense it already. It's going to be epic. It's going to be epic. This is not a dating site. Chewy. You're so funny, Chewy. I love Chewy. So great. Angel J says, hey, Kismet, I hope you had a great Christmas. How close are we to that new PC? Ancient J, man, I got some good news. I got some good news. We funded that PC, bro. We funded it because of my awesome supporters here on the stream. By the way, be on the lookout for Big JP. Is he in the chat? Mods, be watching. Be watching for Big JP. I'm looking for him. Big JP 15. He comes in the stream. I want everybody to let me know. I want everybody to let me know. Himfo says, Kiz truly surround himself with the right people for the job. I absolutely have. I consider myself incredibly lucky, not only here on the stream and my awesome mods, but over all the years, of all 14 years, I have had incredible members. Because I think, you know, the way I set up the guild attracts great people. And I attract great people, and they attract other great people, right? And that's a motto of mine. Great people attract other great people. And it really does work. It really does work. You only need a couple great people. Don't try to get a guild that's 100 people or 5,000 or 10,000 before you start with that core, the great people, right? The people that you want to have to attract other great people, right? Grayson, thank you so much for dropping that Dragon Hammer, crushing that follow button right over there with fire and becoming part of the Kismet Army. Welcome. Show him some love in the chat, everybody. Show him that love. You guys know what to do. There we go. Ricardo's been following for a while. Awesome, Ricardo. Dad Potato Show. Hey, great to see you, buddy. Thank you for answering. Kismet, you're pretty hypnotizing in a good way. Thank you, Frodo. I try to do some real talk. I try to be me, right? I just, you know, some people are characters on the streams and all of that. More power to them to do their thing. But I don't like to be disingenuous, right? I don't like to be fake. I don't like to be anybody else. And plus, I'm at the age where I'm too exhausted to be anybody else other than me. To be honest, it just takes too much work to be somebody else. I'm just going to be me. If that resonates with you, awesome. Or there's plenty of other people out there in the world, right? So there you go. I keep checking. Not yet. No big. All right, Crazy. Thank you. Appreciate you checking, bro. We're going to show him some love. We're going to blow it up when he comes into the stream. We're going to blow it up. Ah, there we go. Crazy saying one. Heemfum knows what I'm talking about. Chewy knows what I'm talking about. Mr. Stabs every day, bro. Every day. Sister Wolf knows what I'm talking about. Didn't even want to hit that one, but you know what I'm talking about. You guys know what I'm talking about. Some days you just don't want to get up. You're like, screw it. I don't want to do any of that. I don't want to do nothing. And some days, like yesterday and today, I did zero. I did, other than talking to Banlish, which I guess is something accomplished. But other than that, I have really, when it comes to doing the stream and my team and everything, I have got zero accomplished. But I did get personal life stuff accomplished. Because, you know, I've been inside a lot. Working on videos and working on all these graphics and working on all this stuff, which just takes hundreds and hundreds of hours to do at the level that I try to do them. And just really putting in a lot of time and effort into it. And sometimes you got to just recharge, bro. You got to recharge. And that's what I had to do yesterday and today. Today was a great day. It's nice and warm. Yesterday was even more beautiful, which I missed out on because I slept the whole day away because I was just too exhausted. But today was a beautiful day. I'd gotten up at least at a time where me and my kids could go, and then the sun was setting, and it was beautiful. My kids, we went to the park, and we played with that journal, and they threw it down the hill, and they were all running down the hill, and there were some other kids over there, and they were playing with my kids, and just having a really great time. I was just like, you know what? This is like what it's all about right here, bro. This is, I'm still a wealthy man in that way. I'm still really well off in that way, in the fact, you know, I've got my kids, and I can go, and I can hang out with them, and I'm not bedridden anymore. I'm not stuck in my bed where I have to lay there all the time, which is a person who is overly motivated or a workaholic like me, is like worse than death, is like a torture. I hate doing nothing. I find it very difficult. I can do nothing while I'm relaxing. Like I can go to the water park, sit there in the chair all day long, be perfectly okay, right? But eventually, I want to be doing something creative, something that lights me up, something that follows that passion every single day. That's what I want to do until the day I die, right? Which could be any day. Which could be any day, by the way. And I like to think of it, you have minutes left in your life, right? Now, they might be 1,000,000 minutes, but if you think of it, oh, I have years left in my life, it's not such an urgent thing to enjoy your life, right? To have passion for what you do. But if you think of it in minutes, then it has a little bit of a, you know what, I should get working on this. I should get working on this. I should get going toward where I want to be, right? That's what I try to do. There we go. Here's a question. If you got 800 to 900 people in your crew, how come, if you have 800 to 900 people, how come you don't stream by watching? That baffles me. I know, Mr. Stabs. Well, I've had 800 or 900 people over the years. It's not like I have 800 or 900 people in the game right now. The most I've ever had in any single game is like 300 plus. And I don't say, hey, you know, you're part of my team and you play the game we're playing, or you don't get to be part of my team. Once a member, always a member, right? Maybe they don't like the games we're playing. That's okay. I got a member of mine, like I was talking about, not Banlish, but Bandora, who's a member of mine, and I call him Ban, by the way. And I met him in real life too when I went to the Star Wars thing. I'm gonna have to show that coin again on stream. Let me find my coin, everybody, so I can tell this story. Where'd my coin go? Sorry if you've already seen the coin 1,000 times. I gotta have the coin for part of the story. So I went to the guild summit. There's my coin. All right. There it is. So I went to the guild summit. I met him in real life. And he has been nothing but bugging me to play Ark. He didn't want to play Star Wars anymore. He doesn't want to play Diablo. He doesn't want to play 7 Days to Die. He wants to play Ark. Right? So some of my members don't all want to play. And some of my members have other things to do in their life. They have kids and things they want to do. And it would be really selfish and really make me look like a jerk who I don't want to be anymore. Because I was that guy a long time ago. Again, when you go when you're at my age and you could go back and tell yourself a whole bunch of stuff that you're doing really stupidly, that would be awesome. That would go back. Give yourself the knowledge, and because you got to think the people who are older have lived way many more days than you, right? Like my dad, he lived 2 times as many days as I've been alive. That means he's learned a lot of things in all of those days that he's been alive, much more than me. I only realized that at the age I am now. I wish I realized it way in my 20s. The people who are way older have lived so many more days than you just by the fact that they're alive. Just like that movie Groundhog Day, right? Where he goes back and he's like years and years and years of doing the same day over and over. Just by the sheer fact they've been around longer, they might have learned a thing or two. Maybe a couple things. A couple things that you don't know, right? I think people who are older are a great resource to learn stuff from. Because you get those lessons for free. You don't have to hurt for those lessons. You don't have to get injured. You don't have to feel the pain of those. You know, there's 2 ways to learn. You can feel, or you can learn it the easy way from somebody else's mistakes, right? That is life right there. That is the lives. So, yes, he's been bugging me. That's why you won't see 900 people of my team come in and be in the stream all the time. But a lot of them do come in. Captain Rex comes in all the time. Samson comes in all the time. I have other members who just come in, follow the stream, watch the stream all the time. Even though I've had 800-900 members over that time, I don't require them to play every game. I don't require them. I'm not going to kick them out of the guild because they did not play whatever's game with me. People have real life stuff to do. And sometimes people are having such a real life trouble that I wouldn't say, hey, because you have to go and hang out with your kids and, you have infant children and you have to work 2 or 3 jobs that that actually ticks me off to think that somebody would do that. Look, you get me triggered. Hashtag triggered with that one, bro. That's the way to get Kismet triggered right there. That you would be so discriminatory. That you would be so selfish and so self-centered. That you would boot somebody out of your guild because they need to take care of their real life. I would never do that. Or they didn't come in and watch my channel. That's like a Kismet triggered moment. I was getting triggered there. I was triggering myself with that question. Yeah. I don't get triggered very often, but that one gets me. That one gets me that you would be that people would be so disrespectful to people who have to take care of their real lives. And if I said, you know what, hey, you're not coming in and watching my stream, you can't be you can't be one of my members. I don't count you as a member anymore. I would never do that. I would never do that ever. Oh, it just like triggers me there. So again, I don't care, what people say about me or how people treat me because I'm at the age I don't care. But how people treat my members, that's like getting me triggered, bro. That's like getting me triggered. Like I would have to force them to watch my stream, right? Like, hey, why are you guys not watching my stream? How dare you, right? I need people to be in my stream all the time. I tell them I stream. I let them know. It's their option. Their option to come in and watch it, or their option to not, right? So, again, more real talk for you. There you go, Mr. Stab. Sorry, I got a little triggered there, bro. Good question, though. That is an excellent question, though. Totally legit and honest question. Hey, Crazy, says hi to Grayson. Let's do the pet carrier. I know, Rigbo's like, Kismet, the pet carrier. I want to do the pet carrier. Don't worry, brother. I got it all lined up. We got it all lined up. We're just chilling tonight. We have earned a little bit of break, right? You guys have earned a break, I'm sure. You probably had to deal with your family. You've been maybe traveling for the holidays. You guys have been busy. You've been busy with your real life stuff. Might have crash. You might have had to work during Christmas. You might have had to work a whole lot this year. Working 1, 2, 3 jobs, whatever you've been doing. You deserve to just chill and relax and take it easy and be in a safe place, which is where you are right now. You're in a safe place here in the stream. You're in a place where you can just relax, take it easy, have a good time. Because that's what we're doing tonight. We've earned it. We have done a lot of giveaways. We have done a lot of awesome stuff on stream to the point of absolute exhaustion. I literally was physically exhausted both yesterday and last night. I just had to start doing those every 5 minutes. I was going to do them every 15 to 30 minutes. I had to start just giving away every 5 minutes. I wasn't going to make it. I just absolutely wasn't going to make it. I was like, all right, in 5 minutes, man, we're giving this one away. And another 5 minutes, we're giving the other one. Because 5 minutes is like the minimum I like to do, because some people have like, they lag behind in the stream. So they've got to hear that I'm doing the giveaway. They've got to put in what they want. They've got to check their kids' caps. And usually that takes 2 to 3 minutes. And, you know, maybe their internet cut out or whatever, and they really wanted that prize. You know, I don't want to shortchange people. Even though it made the stream go a lot longer. A lot longer. I wanted to be fair to everybody. Wanted to be fair to everybody. There we go. Yes. There you go. I was only one of 100 people to go, about 100 people. I forget what the exact number was. Maybe it was 120 or something like that. But it was about 100 people that got to go. It was 150. I don't remember. It was about that number. That's the only thing I remember about that. Was that it was super rare that you got to go, and thousands of people applied. Because I had a big guild at the time, I got to go. Did I ever tell you about the guy, by the way, when I was checking in, who was really rude to me? Did I tell you that story? Let me know in the chat. When I was checking in for that Star Wars The Old Republic Guild Summit, he was really negative and rude to me. Did I ever tell you that? Let me know in the chat. Did I ever tell you that story? Crazy month, eh, kids? Yes, hyperthyroid. It has been an emotional roller coaster of exhaustion. But it's been great. It's been great. I have no complaints. No complaints. It's been a phenomenal year. Been a phenomenal month as well. It's that dream that I always had when I first started streaming. That dream of getting that 5,000 followers, hitting all of those milestones, and then being able to turn it right around, give that Kismet love right back out to the community. And again, that's why when they asked, said, Kismet, you can take any of these games you want. And I did take Ark. I did take that. I'm full disclosure. Ark I want to play because, again, my Bandora has always been bugging me for that. And I will tell him, Bandora, okay, buddy, let's do it. If you're watching Bandora, bro, let's play. Let's play when I get that new PC. But that's the whole point, was not to give me a whole bunch of games. The whole point was to give it back to you guys. To give it back to what you guys have been giving to me. And that's what my stream's all about. If you've just wandered in my stream, you just learned what my stream is all about. Right? Giving it back. When people show kindness to you, pay it forward to other people. Pay it forward. Hi, Kismet in chat. Speaking of awesome people, Bayram in the chat. Sup? You haven't heard that one, Kismet. I don't think I've told that one. I don't think I've told that one on the stream. All right, well, a little caveat of me going to the Guild Summit in 2012 for Star Wars The Old Republic. I went in there, and I don't normally get my geek on, right? And I don't have my shirt. It's in the drawer back there. I could get it. But I have a shirt that says, you know, Kismet Ring of Destiny, and it says all of this stuff on it, right? Like, much like my Kismet. I love doing shirts. I'm a graphic designer. That's what I love to do, right? So I had these shirts made, right? Kismet, Ring of Destiny, because, hey, I'm proud of what I do. I'm proud to be a gamer. I don't care. I don't care what everybody else thinks, right? So I go in there, and it says, you know, Kismet, Ring of Destiny, SwoTour. I had a whole bunch of stuff all over it, right? So I go up there, and I have it on, and I'm like, I don't care, right? So at the same place that they were holding the Star Wars convention, and this is like water and oil mixing, right? They also had like a fraternity party there. Right? Who are all the jocks, right? For some of you who are the geeks, you know what happens when you mix geeks and jocks, right? The jocks act like a jerk to all of the geeks, right? I'm kind of in between. I'm the surfer geek, right? I'm the surfer guy from California who loves geeky stuff. Nothing wrong with that. Love what you want to love. Life is short, man. You only get so many minutes to enjoy life, right? So what happened was them fraternity people were messing with the people. And I think this is what causes, by the way. I don't think they were intentionally trying to be mean to me, but they were messing with the people who were sitting there at the Star Wars The Old Republic thing, checking people in or whatever. They were messing with them. Luckily, those people left that day when I was checking in. I was checking in the hotel. I was in the lobby of the hotel. So they were acting like jerks. I didn't realize it until I had left. Right, I was coming in, and I went out to eat with Bandora. I was talking about. We went out to eat. We had a steak. We talked a lot. We had a funny time. Again, rarely have I ever met my members in real life because they were all, East Coast, or they're all in various places, right? So, we had a great time. He bought me a steak. I'm like, thanks, bro. It's super fun to go on one of these things, right? Because that was like the first thing that I'd done in gaming, like serious thing. I mean, I've done some other things, but just that. So I went there and I had my shirt on. Right, and my Kismet ring of destiny. You guys like my shirt? It's pretty awesome, huh? I love doing shirts. I'm a graphic designer and all of that. Now, the guy who worked for Star Wars: The Old Republic, the community manager at the time, by the way, super nice guy, great guy. But there was some other guy, and I don't even know who that guy was, who was standing behind the counter, who acted like a complete a-hole to me. Now, when you're presented with people like that, sorry for the language, but I did fix it a little bit. He was like, here, dude, here's your information. And, inside there, it's going to have where kids come from. Right? He thinks he was talking to a kid. He thinks he was talking to a geek. He was thinking he was talking to somebody who hasn't been around. Right? I've been with my wife 25 years. I know where they come from. That was his mistake. I was like #triggered right there, bro. I got totally triggered. And I'm like, dude, I got a wife, 3 kids. You don't need to be talking to me like that. You don't need to be talking to me like that. And you make a terrible representative of Star Wars: The Old Republic. I had to tell him down. By the way, very beautiful girlfriend. I don't know what she sees in him because he's a jerk, right? I don't know if he just got triggered because of all those other people that came through. I don't think I've ever told that story. I don't think I've ever told you that story. Yeah, the guy totally went off on me. He was treating me like he was trying to make himself feel like less of a geek. So he was being mean to me because I was wearing my shirt and getting my geek on, right? And I was like, what's the deal, bro? I'm the leader of one of the largest guilds in your game. You're lucky I don't right now say, screw you, Star Wars: The Old Republic. I'm taking all my members out. Those are 300 sub-members, by the way. They're lucky that I didn't say, yo, community manager, this guy right here is going to make me have 300 people unsub, and I'm going to tell all the thousands of other guild leaders that I know, who I've known because I've been around a long time, so I know all of these guild leaders. We sat and we talked for a whole long time in the lobby. People that I never knew, except for online, we're sitting in the lobby. I'm like, hey, how you doing? And I was talking to all the guild leaders. Right? These are the guild leaders. These are not just members of the guilds. These are the leaders of all these guilds. And that guy just like #triggered. That was like the worst thing you could do. Now, again, he might have been defensive. He might have been in a bad way because these people were mistreating him. But still, never do that in business. Never do that in business. Because this is business. This is their business, right? Because I could have went, look how this guy just treated me, man. And I could have went to all the other guild leaders. I could have got an army of guild leaders to get up and just annihilate that guy. I could have destroyed that dude, right? And probably got him fired if I really wanted to. But I'm like, dude, that's not how to treat people, right? So then I go to the community manager and he's looking at me like, oh my God, I can't believe that just happened. You could see in his face that that was like a huge mistake, right? Huge mistake. So that is my story. Don't let other people trigger you into treating other people poorly, right? So those guys triggered him. He got triggered and then treated me poorly. And he doesn't know who I am. He just thinks I'm just some random guy when I'm the leader of one of the largest guilds in the game. Right? Not a good move. Not a good move considering I was there at the guild summit. And the reason why they held the guild summit in the first place was try to truncate or try to let all the guild leaders see what's coming up, so then they stopped leaving the game because everybody was leaving the game. And I told them all sorts of stuff. Quick travel. You want to go ahead and add guild ships. You want to make it so I can summon my members so they can get to me faster. You want to add a cash shop that is not pay to win. Just do, people want better looking outfits. They want better looking stuff. These are excellent suggestions that I gave them. They followed through on all of them, on all of that stuff that I gave them. Right? And I'm sure a whole bunch of other people gave them that as well. Right? I told them it'd take too long to load from place to place, right? It took me 7 minutes to get to Tatooine. 7 minutes it took me to get there. That's a long time. You're sitting there. 5 minutes go by, another load screen, you're just sitting there forever, right? So don't do that. Don't get triggered from someone else getting triggered. All right, so more real talk. We're just going to be chilling, talking real talk, I think, tonight. So just heads up, everybody. Heads up. So there you go. Yeah, I couldn't believe that guy talked to me like that. I couldn't believe it. It was stunning to me. Now, this was about 5 years ago, so I was 41 at the time, right? So I don't know if he was looking at me like, hey, you live in your mother's basement and all of that, and you're too geeky or whatever. But if you're into Star Wars, and you're standing behind the desk of something that's considered very geeky, calling me out as a geek, you've got problems, right? I don't mind getting my geek on. I don't mind going to Comic-Con. I don't mind doing that stuff. You know why? Because you love what you love. Don't let nobody treat you like that. Don't let nobody treat you like that. You call them on it. So you're not supposed to treat people like that. What's the problem with you? You think I haven't been around? I've been around. I've been with my wife longer than he hopefully has been around. You know what I mean? I could be his father. I've been around that much. He could be my child. That's how old he was. He was like 20 years old. He could be my child. Right? All those people there were young. They all could have been my children. I've been around. So there you go. Hashtag trigger Kismet. There we go. Kismet gets triggered up in here. So there we go. So another story that I don't think I've shared that one before. I don't think I even shared that one in that video. I don't think I did. I think I was too nice in that video. I was too nice in that video. I should have shared that in that. Should have done some real talk up in that video. I had made a video about going to Twitch, or not TwitchCon, but a video. I did one for TwitchCon too. But I made a video about going to the Guild Summit for Star Wars: The Old Republic. You can go back and watch it, and you know, I really thought they were listening and doing all that stuff, and apparently they were listening. They just didn't communicate well that they were listening and that they were going to add all these features and all of that stuff. If they'd done that, by the way, if they said, guys, look, we took your feedback. These are all the things we're working on. This is the stuff we're working toward. We're going to do all this amazing stuff. Stay with us, man. Stay with us. Just hang in there. It might take a year or two to get all this stuff squared away or do all of this awesome stuff. I really, truly believe that my members probably would have stayed longer. And if they had started seeing some of that stuff to happen, they would have stayed longer. Some of my members did stay anyway, by the way. Some of my members have nonstop played the game. But the bulk of them said, screw you, because of their poor communication with their community. So, and on the flip side, the people who have incredible, like the best community involvement, the best communication with their community, I would say, hands down, Star Citizen. Incredibly great. I love Ben. Ben is an incredible community manager. I think he is irreplaceable as their community manager. I think he is incredibly connected to all the people who are part of Star Citizen, right? They got a lot of other awesome community managers over there. They got a lot of other awesome people over there. Disco Lando is super awesome over there as well. A lot of awesome people. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, Star Citizen, amazing game. Cyberspace Industries, go check it out. In fact, let me give you a link. Boom. Get yourself an extra 5,000 UEC. Get yourself an extra 5,000 UEC by using that link. Or don't. Just type Cyberspace Industries in there and don't get an extra 5,000. It's up to you. Either way, check it out. It is a great game. Now, it's in alpha right now. Whoa. Right over there. All right. It's in alpha right now. I'm waiting for that event to be over. It's in alpha right now, and it's full open development. That means you get to watch them develop it as they're continuing it. Now, some people are like, hey, I want to go play the game right now, which you can. You can play parts of it, but they're building it in modules. It is my estimation that that will be the single greatest space game of all time. It is at such an epic level. If they do it right, take their time, don't do what BioWare did, or was forced to do, I would imagine. I'm not sure if it was forced or not, but they pushed out the game too early. They pushed out Star Wars: The Old Republic too early. They had another 6 months or so. I think it would have been up there with WoW. It would have been up there at that level. Probably not as much as WoW, because WoW is an amazing game. It's a really super fun game. I know, I played it. I was totally addicted to it, like most of you. It was super fun. I love playing. It was a lot of fun, especially when what's over that next mountain, right? What's over that next mountain? Let's get together and have a big, giant 40-on-40 battle. Super fun. Super fun. Now, do I play WoW anymore? I do not. I've not played WoW since vanilla. Because, one, I had health problems, and also it just became an endless grind. And I didn't know about the expansion. Shadow Klein, thanks so much for dropping the host. I almost said Dragon Hammer. Dropping the host on the stream and blowing it up. Thank you so much. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. You went out with the music service Pandora? No. Check your Twitter. I posted 2 pics from my trip to California. Oh, let's take a look. Oh, let me take a look. The Anaheim Cantina, Journal of the Miss Durrell. Oh, awesome! I saw. Oh, one of these days I should get my Star Wars. Actually, I'll get it for you right now. Hold on. Let me get my Star Wars hat. It is dirty, gringy. I'm gonna tell you up in front. I used it to mow the lawn. I'm gonna get. You guys are like, Kismet, I don't believe you went to the Guild Summit, bro. That coin could have bought it on eBay. Nope, I was there. I have the badges. I have the video to prove it, and I will get you the hat to prove it too. Hold on. Be right back. Be right back. Gonna go Stealth Boy for just a split second. I'm the fastest AFKer on Twitch. Be right back. Whoop. All right. Get back in here. Deactivate. You didn't know I had a Stealth Boy, did you? Ha. Boom. Boom. Back. Check it out. Kismet with a hat. There it is. Star Wars The Old Republic. That's right, baby. I did not buy that. I was given that. I was given this hat. I'm going to have hat here. I was given this hat while I was at Star Wars The Old Republic. I have an aversion to hats. I don't like wearing hats. Though eventually I'm going to end up like my dad and be bald. I know I will, but my dad was bald at 20 years old. Can you believe that? I still got some hair there. It's going away. I'm going to be honest. It's not going to be there forever. Am I going to go to the hair club for men? Probably not. I'll let it go. Be bald. That'll be me as a bald person. Right there. That'll be me. But I'm not going to do that whole like comb over thing and all of that. I will just let it go. But there you go. Star Wars The Old Republic hat that I got. Look how dirty it is. That's from mowing the lawn and digging in the yard and doing all of those things. I try to mow my own lawn, by the way. Try to mow my own lawn. When I was a kid, I used to do that as a chore. I was like my rent. I went and mowed the lawn, did all that. But as an adult, I said, that's it. I'm tired of mowing the lawns. I've been mowing as like 5 years old. A long time. And I said, that's it. I'm just going to pay somebody to do it. And I literally paid somebody for like 15 years. For a very long time. And I said, you know what? When it's your own lawn, it's something different. When it's your lawn, you guys, for those of you who has houses here, who knows the difference, right? When it's somebody else's lawn, you're like, I don't want anything to do with it. But when it's your lawn and you have like a little bit of pride in what you do, right? Then you're like, okay, I want to do it myself. I'm going to make it right. I'm going to do it right? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat on that one. Who's like has pride in how good their lawn looks, right? I don't care about the front lawn, by the way. I'm talking about the back lawn where my kids play and my dog plays and all of that stuff. I'm talking about that. There we go. I remember you, Kismet. I was the leader of the Black Brigade, a Sith guild on Harbinger. Oh, what's up, Dark Dragon? Really? Awesome, brother. Ah, cool. You remember that shirt I was wearing? I was getting my geek on, man. I don't usually do that. I don't usually get all geeky. I'm usually just the surfer guy. I'm usually the surfer dude, chilling out, whatever. Yeah, I did meet a whole bunch of awesome people. I actually shared a taxi ride on the way back. Somebody was going to take one of those, $10, tram things that take forever because they got to stop and pick up 53 people. I'm like, dude, I'm taking a taxi. You can come with me, bro. I'll pay for it. Don't worry, you don't have to pay nothing because that's when I had money back then. I was a graphic designer. I had the money. By the way, it cost me $1,000, by the way, to go to that guild summit. To fly there, to fly back, for the hotel stay and all of that stuff. That was out of my pocket. But all the rest of the stuff was free, the food and all that other stuff. I'm going to tell you legit. I'm going to tell you straight up, right? Most people won't tell you that stuff. I'll tell you straight up. It cost me a bunch of money. I don't have that money now. I couldn't. If right now they said, Kismet, fly to the Guild Summit, I'd be like, yeah, bros. Hopefully somebody can come pick me up because can't do that right now. But that's awesome, Dark Dragon. That's awesome, bro. Yes, I'm talking about the 2012 Summit. Yes, right here. Guild Summit coin, bro. Guild Summit coin. And I got to meet a lot of awesome people. I think more than anything else, more than getting to go and tour BioWare and do all that stuff, the thing I enjoyed the most was talking with people like you, right? There's my Guild Summit coin, bro. Right there. I don't know if you saw it just a second ago. There it is. That's how you know somebody's really been to the Guild Summit or they bought it on eBay. But I'm never selling mine. This is like a... printed with pride in the back there. This is like my, you know, achievement unlocked. Achievement unlocked. Went to the Guild Summit kind of thing. So there you go. There you go. How much am I streaming for? Till my normal time, 2 o'clock. Again, this is just a chill stream, so don't be expecting me to do anything incredible in the stream. Just chilling out, having a good time. That's what we do in this stream. We have a good time. Now, some days I'm doing giveaways, and some days we're doing crazy stuff in Fallout 4. But we earned a little bit of a respite. We earned a little bit of it. You guys have earned it. I've earned it. We're going to chill out. So there we go. There's nothing wrong with that, Dark Dragon. I have had to step back a bit from being leader. I've actually had my members run the guild at certain points. I was still a part of the leadership. But because I got so ill, I had real bad gallbladder problems. I actually had some of my finest members, member number 1 and number 2, Elven Fire, Helvin's Blade, and Varwe, incredibly great members, run the guild in Lord of the Rings Online. Now, you can see a video on my stream, or on my YouTube, of me saying, you know, the leaves were falling, right? The time was passing, and I got ill, right? You can watch it. It's like a whole synopsis of that time of my life, which is great. That video came out great, by the way. I really enjoyed that video. Because people ask me, you know, is that a story that you're telling? Is that like a made-up story that you got sick and all of that stuff? No, that's me. That's the real deal. That's the real deal. I did get ill. I did have all that problem in that video. And then I talked about how my members took over, and then that now I've overcome that. Finally got that gallbladder taken out, which I should have done years earlier. And then I took back over the guild, right, as the full-time leader all the time, right? But the guild has been running continuously all the time, and I would, you know, say, okay, tell me what the problem is. I'll be happy to help. Because I couldn't play all the time. That's the thing. As the leader, you need to be around. Like right now, I should be around in the game. The leader should be around. I mean, I'm always around on Discord and other things, and I'm here streaming and all of that stuff. But you need to participate if you want to be part of the team. Because I don't put myself above the team, right? If I'm asking people to participate, I need to participate too. I try to be there for the raids. I try to be there when members help. I try to be there when members need, you know, hey, Kismet, I'm starting a new character. You want to help me? Sure, let's go. I don't care if you've been in the guild 1 minute or you've been in there for 10 years. It doesn't matter. You're a guild member. You are part of the team. And a lot of people miss that. A lot of people, right over their head. They don't understand. Well, they're a new member. They have to earn their right to be part of the rest of the team. No, they're a member from the second you add them to the guild. They are a member of the team and should be treated as a member of the team. I don't know. I don't know where that thinking comes from. It just doesn't even cross my mind to think like that. Well, there you go. You're welcome, Sir Shadow Klein. Thanks, buddy. How you doing, said Bacon? Doing good, buddy. We're chilling. We're doing some stories up here today. We're doing some stories. All right. I want to give you guys a chance at some more Kiz Caps. All right. So we're going to play a little fun game that I like to play. I call it the Kismet's card game or the Kismet's pet game. So we're going to play the pet game because I do have a pet one to open. I know you guys have been like, Kismet's been talking all night long. We want to see some gameplay, bro. There you go. Dark Dragon says, yeah, I don't play any more Kiz. I am still the webmaster for the guild. Ah, there you go. I've been the webmaster for my guild, too, for all this time. More power to you, bro. More power to you. I'm trying to remember. If I can remember who you are. Are you the dude I was in the taxi with? Are you one of the guys that was at the airport who I said you should take that extra $400 and take a later flight? Where did I meet you at? Send me a link to your guild website. Whisper it to me. Let me go check out. Let me go check it out, bro. See if I can remember. Now, I'm getting older, so I can't remember everybody. I'm sorry. I'm just going to give you some disclaimer. I can't remember every single person that I met there because I literally met an absolute ton of people. I probably met, 99% of the people who were there at that guild summit at one point or another. I was either talking to them in the lobby, or I was talking to them when we were in the sessions, or I would meet people, we'd be walking down the hall, or when we went on the bus to go watch Star Wars, I met a bunch of people over there. And you know what? I got my geek on. People don't like it, too bad. Screw those people. I'm going to do what I love to do. I'm not going to let anybody tell me any different. They have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with them being a jerk. They can go be a jerk. That's their responsibility. That's on them. That's their choices. It's not my choices. Not my job to carry around their jerkness and to tell them, you know, not to be a jerk. It's their job not to be a jerk. There you go. You guys know what I'm talking about. You guys have gone, most of you have gone through high school. You know what I'm talking about. Right? Again, don't take that on yourself. Don't take on their negativity. Captain Jack says, kids, want to take a breath and drink of water. Okay, let me take a breath and drink of water. I know, why? Is my voice going out? My voice is wrecked from all of this time. I'll take a break. Good. A good idea is a good idea. I get all triggered up in here. I get all triggered sometimes. I don't get upset. Sometimes I get triggered. I get triggered and I go off on my little rants. What can I say? I don't remember if we actually talked Kismet, but I remember you. There you go. You remember me because I had my Kismet shirt on, right? Because I had my Kismet shirt on. And I used to wear it, by the way, in the stream all the time. I'm trying to remember where they are. Because once I got my new Kismet shirts, I don't wear those ones as much. But I will definitely have to do that. So yeah, dude. So yeah, Dark Dragon. That guy totally treated me like horribly when I came up there. Not the community manager guy. I forget what his name is. He's a really nice guy. And I at the end, by the way, into the guild summit, I said, thank you so much for inviting me. I appreciate you invited me. I'm going to go back and tell my members. I'll make a video of how awesome you guys are and all of that stuff. I really appreciated all of that. That other dude I never saw again. I don't know where that dude was from or whatever, but that was the primo wrong thing to do. He didn't know. He thought I was just some geeky guy. Which that was getting my geek on. Hey, I don't know what his problem was. Felt like he needed to put me down, but I've been around. That just bounces right off me. It just like was the worst representative of Star Wars: The Old Republic ever. I was like, I don't know who this guy is. But he should not be up here in the front. And again, I don't know if he was triggered from those guys harassing them and then got triggered on me, because when I was going back, those guys were standing there and they were like, oh, Star Wars, a bunch of geeks, da, 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 da. And I'm like, what are you guys, 10? They're like grown adults, right? They're like 20 years old. And they're like acting like 10-year-olds. I'm like, what is this, the school ground? Come on, grow up a little, guys. Grow up a little bit. But you know, when you're 20 years old, you don't have it always there yet. Especially dudes. Dudes don't have it all there yet at 20 years old. You think you do. You think you know it all. You think you've been around. Other people have thousands upon thousands upon thousands of more days of being around than you do. And they know better. They know better. You don't know it all. You don't know it all yet. Now, do I know it all? Absolutely not. Will I ever know it all? Absolutely not. That's the one thing that I did learn, is that even if I took every last second of my life and tried to learn it all, and try to read every book to learn everything there is to know, I would run out of time. There was not a possible way to do that. So it is not my goal to be a know-it-all. How about that for a good circle? You like that one? I hope you guys like that. It is not my goal to be a know-it-all. It is my goal to do what I love to do every day, inspire others to do what they love to do, send that positivity out. That is my goal. Oh, nice sight, bro. Nice sight. Like that. I like the red. I'm a big fan of the red. Not in Star Wars, by the way. If you notice, I'm wearing a red shirt. Most of my stuff is red. Star Wars, that's not a good thing. In Star Wars, red is associated with the Empire. Which is funny because I usually have red and black armor all the time. Except in Star Wars, and by the way, my PC. This is why my PC is not red. Let me tell you another Star Wars story. Now, my PC has died, but we have got the new PC on the way. We got the Love PC on the way now. But my monster PC right there, notice it's white. That is my actual PC, by the way. Right there. My X PC. It's dead. It's very dead. But the reason why it's white and not the red version of it is because it's more R2D2-ish, as Weishu would put it, and less dark side. So I was like, because when I first started Star Wars, I made this machine specifically to play Star Wars The Old Republic. It cost me a pretty penny, by the way. And that was not funded by the stream. I was not doing streaming full time at that time. I paid that out of my Gravity Design pocket, just like this chair and all my other stuff. Blue screen and all that other stuff come out of my pocket. So I would have got the red one. And I wanted to, right down to the very end, I wanted the red one really bad. Because I knew eventually I'd be playing some other games too, other than Star Wars The Old Republic, some single-player games like Fallout 4. And I really wanted the red. This time, I'm getting the red one. I want the red one. But they don't have a red case. They have a black case. So I have to get the black case. Black and blue, I'll go with that. And I'll put a whole bunch of red around the outside. A whole bunch of Kismet love one. But I would love to have the red one that Origin has. Actually, let me go get a picture of the red one. This is why I'm so enamored with it. Hold on, let me get rid of that. Let me go find a picture of the red Origin one. It is like, Kismet, we made this case just for you, bro. We made this case because this is the case if you had unlimited funds. If you had, like, won the lotto, got 50 million bucks or 500 million bucks or whatever it is, this is the one you would buy. Of course, I would make it look like a dragon, but still. This is the one you would get. Hold on. Oh, there it is. Oh, gives me goosebumps looking at it. Hold on. This is the one I would get right here. And I've contacted Origin about it, and I'm just a little streamer, and, you know, shot in the dark, right? Shot in the dark. Show them some love. And again, not sponsored in any way. Just going to show you that. Look at that baby. Now get on the side of this baby, right here. Oh, put it down below my arrow. And we're just chilling out tonight, guys. Sorry if I'm not playing a massive amount of Fallout Shelter, but I will give you some Kismet tips here in a bit, and we'll chat a bit more about Fallout Shelter. But right here, put the Kismet dragon coming down the side and in the front with the Kismet logo and all sorts of all my members and you guys right down here along the side. That case is freaking awesome. I don't know who you are, but if you don't like that case, I don't know what to tell you, man. That case is the stuff. I don't get very, geeked out about cases and stuff, but that one is the one I would make if I could make a case right there. There we go. Yeah, it is a beauty, isn't it? And that's just that one side. Let me get another side of it. The other side, what I see on the other side is you guys on the other side. Let's see. This side. Yeah, I'm putting your guys' name. Actually, it looks kind of the same on the other side. But putting your guys' name right here. Right along the side here. This PC, right on the top. This PC funded by. And then all of your guys' name, which is exactly what I'm going to do on my new PC. Put your guys' names all over the side of that sucker. Right there. Maybe even on the glass, too. I'd put it right there. This PC funded by. And I'd keep it there. And if I go to if I go somewhere, right? Like if I go to a convention or whatever, I would take that machine with me. I would take it with me just so I could show you guys off on the side of my machine. So there we go. That is a beautiful thing. Again, that is a beautiful Origin PC. Now, do I make any money telling you about that? Nope. Do I have any kind of, affiliate links down below where you can click it and I could earn $1 or something if you buy one? Nope. Don't have any of that. Don't have any of that set up. But I would love to be one because I think Origin is awesome. I love that case. Made me fall in love with Origin. Also, big fan of Swifty, who is also partnered, and Bajira, who are also partnered with Origin. But I won't say anything about it unless I really like it. I really like it. I called them up, and they were not in today. And I sent them an email and said, yo, what about this idea, right? I send you all the parts. You put it in that Origin PC. We can say, hey, boom, you built it Origin with the Origin case. Then I have an Origin PC, right? Nothing wrong with that. Didn't have enough funds to buy one. If I did, again, hit the lotto, that's what I'd be buying. In fact, I'd be buying a bunch of those and giving them away to you guys. That's what I would do. Without a second thought. Be on the phone right now. Somebody shows at my door. Publishers Clearinghouse. Here you go, bro. $10,000 a day. All right, cool. Let's order up some of those machines. Give them away. That's what we'd be doing. And you're like, Kismet, we're going to hold you to that, bro. We're going to hold you to that. If you actually do win the lotto or if you actually do win the Publishers Clearinghouse, we expect to have some Origin PCs being sent out on the stream. Not a million of them, maybe a couple. But we expect that. And that's perfectly okay. That's perfectly okay because it's fun to dream, right? It's fun to dream about winning that lotto and doing all that stuff, but don't let it obsess your life, right? Those things only happen in a very rare occasion, and you still have to keep your real life going. You still got to keep your real life going. Don't put your current status at risk by spending too much money on the lotto and too much money on those long shots, right? Don't put your family at risk. Don't put all that stuff at risk. But hey, you know, you got a few bucks. Go for it. Yeah, a couple bucks. Yeah. Unless you're like me, you got pennies to roll together. I can't even buy the lotto ticket. And I would not buy the lotto ticket, by the way, with company funds. I would never do, or with stream funds. I don't do that. I put all the money back into the stream. If I had a few dollars myself, I would. But right now, my wife's the one who's working, so it's really, it's our money. But here's the way marriage works, by the way, guys, in case you don't know. That she's got, you know, my stuff is her stuff, right? And her stuff is her stuff. See how that works? Right. You ladies know what I'm talking about. What's mine is hers, and what's hers is hers, right? If you understand that about marriage, you're good. Understand that. Understand that, guys. And I understand that. It took me a while to figure it out, but I do understand. The pet game, get it off track. Thank you, Rigbo. That's a beauty, Kiz. Thank you, Dragon. Yep, I'm holding Kiz to that. Sweet mint. Exactly, bro. Exactly. I would do it in a second. I would not without a second thought. I call Origin up. Boom. I want 4 PCs. 5 PCs. Yeah. I want them to send out to these guys. They just won them on my stream. Just like that. But right now, let's just keep rubbing our pennies together and dream. Let's keep dreaming about the day in which we can have an epic Origin PC. And keep dreaming about those days where we get to do our passion and have enough to survive or have enough to thrive a little bit. All right? Let's keep dreaming here in the stream. I'm saving my Kiz caps from here on out. There you go, Heemful. There you go. Mods first, right, Kismet? Oh my gosh. I would not even tell them. I wouldn't even tell my mods. Because I did send out t-shirts and a lot of cool stuff to my mods as being my mods. Because hey, if I'm going to give stuff out, of course I have to give it to the people who are always here supporting me, always here helping out in the stream. The people who are just absolutely above and beyond amazing, right? That's like a given. And that's why I upgraded Nushki's loot drop that she won to the epic loot drop. And I sent that out to her. And then I sent it to my other mods as well. They are awesome. Usually I send it to senior mods, by the way. If you come in as a mod, don't expect me to be sending stuff out to you right away. So you've been hanging around, being awesome, and then, baby. And I like to surprise you with it, by the way. I don't like to... I love the surprise moment where you go to the thing and you're like, oh, I got something from Kismet. How cool, right? I love that kind of stuff. That's what I would do. I would do that under secrecy, where it would just like show up one day, and then it would be like all custom painted, right? Like Sister Wolf is a great example, right? Custom painted on the side with all these wolves on the side, right? The Sister Wolf on the side. Again, pie in the sky dreams is okay to do that. Just don't get too lost in it, all right? Don't get too lost in that daydreaming that you're not taking care of your real life. You wish you could stream Star Citizen? Yeah, so do I. So do I. I think I can with that new PC. I think actually, again, that was the reason why I was going to replace my current PC, is eventually I'd like to go on and do Star Citizen. Now, Star Citizen will take the best PC. If you had 10 grand to drop into a PC right now, that PC eventually would have trouble running Star Citizen, I think, because it is really pushing the boundaries of what computers can do. And in 2 or 3 years from now, you know, as its stuff progresses, those are the machines that, the high-end machines of today will be the low end of when that game comes out. So even if you bought a $10,000 PC today, you may still have to upgrade it later. And that's what I'm kind of thinking of in my machine now. I'll buy kind of a middle-of-the-road machine, then have that machine. Hopefully it lasts for long enough until it releases, and then I can just upgrade parts of it. Unlike my current machine, which is just dead in the water and not worth putting stuff into because it could destroy the components I put into it, right? Because it's like burnt out, it's like dead. Of course, I may come back to it later on because it's just, I might turn it into a stream PC and just gut the whole thing, buy some super cheap parts for, $300, right? $300 PC parts and put it in the case and build it back up. I might do that later, but But you can't look toward the past. You can't focus on the past too much, or you're missing out on the future. Right? Right. You guys know what I'm talking about. Sorry, guys. I am chatting up. Hell, Kiz, right now, I'm just happy for $35 to get Ark on PS4. My laptop is not gamer worthy since I stopped playing SWTOR. Aw, bummer. Bummer, Dragon. Dark Dragon. Man, you get Ark for cheap. Is that still going on? You get Ark for cheap on Steam. It was like $14 or something. That's why I took Ark, by the way. Out of all the giveaways, that was the one I wanted to get because I want to play with Bandora. Not to be confused with Banlish. Two separate peeps. And I totally forgot. Oh, and it was on for cheap. So I said, you know what? The one game I will take is Ark. That game I would take is we'll play that on the stream, and I get to play that with my members, and you guys will be able to use your Kiz caps to come in and get all crazy and just do silly stuff in there, right? There we go. Kiz, it's funny you say that. When my wife was a stay-at-home mom, my income was our income. When she decided to go to work to have something do what I found, her income was her income. When I asked her for it, she wanted to pay some bills. If she wanted to pay some bills. Exactly. That's how I am right now, by the way. My wife didn't work for the last 11 years. She didn't have to work. She wanted to raise the kids. I said, cool. Nothing wrong with that. I was willing to do it. She's awesome. Amazing, right? We've raised some amazing kids, right? Because we really took the time and focused on what was most important to us at the time, which is our children. That's why we're here. That's why we live in this area, so we can raise our children, right? And we, I'm 46, so I have like 10-year-old kids at 46, right? So I started way later, like 20 years later than some people start, right? So I'm going to be in my 50s when these kids grow up. I'm going to be in my 50s, right? So I'm not going to be a spring chicken when they grow up and they're 18 and they're off and going to college and all of that stuff, right? So, but we didn't want to do it until we were old enough to be like, care about them, right? To give a crap about our kids, right? And that's what I care about. I'm always focused on that. How do they need help with their homework? Do they need help with this? Do they want to go on a bike ride? Let's go on a bike ride. We went on a bike ride. We had a great time. Connecting my kids. They only want your time. They don't necessarily want your stuff, especially when they're real little. When they're real little, they have no sense of monetary value. They still don't have a sense of monetary value when they're at their age are now, 8, 10 years old. They have no idea because they never had to go out and work for it. Work for $100 for a month. They never had to work for a month for $100 and then go spend that $100 and watch it disappear like that. A month's worth of work gone like that, right? For those of you who have never worked, those of you who are young, teaching you a little something right now. You will learn that lesson about money and about how much your parents have spent in their time. Here they come. On you. To raise children, one child, is about $500,000. $500,000 over 18 years. You got to think, they got to front the bill for your insurance. They got to front your bill for your clothes, for everything you got. Right now, your parents are working real hard so you can have those clothes, so you can have those shoes, you can have all of that stuff, right? Now, when I was a kid, I had no clue. I had no clue. My dad all the time, turn the lights off. Don't leave the lights on. Guess who goes around and says that all the time now? Me. Because I don't have the money to pay for those lights if you leave them on too much, right? My wife's got to work 2 jobs to pay for them lights to be on, right? I feel like my dad. I feel like my dad walking around doing that. I feel like an old man going, turn them lights off, you whippersnappers, right? Turn them lights off, keep them off. You know why? Because your parents have to go out there and work that much longer. They have to stay at work all night long and work 2 jobs just because you keep leaving the lights on all the time, or you leave the door open while the air conditioning is on, or whatever you're doing. You're leaving the fridge open, right? You're leaving the fridge open, all the cold air is coming out. That's why they complain. They don't complain because of any other reason other than the fact that they have to work harder and they can't use that money. They can't use that money to go on vacation. They can't use that money to buy you a toy. They can't use that money to, rent a movie, right? Instead, it was used, all the lights on when no one's home, right? You got all the lights on, you leave, it's all on. They just paid all the money for that light. They paid all that for the TV to be on. They paid it for the refrigerator to be open and to air condition the neighborhood, as my dad used to say. For air conditioning the whole neighborhood, that money got used for that. Now, I did not learn that until I became an adult, until I had to go out and work for all of that stuff and pay for all of that stuff, and then I understood. It was like I had seen the whole world from a different perspective. I had learned something new, right? And my children have no idea of that. They have no idea, and I tell it to them, and they still don't know. They still don't know, and I know they're just like me. They don't understand. They haven't gotten past that part in their life yet. So if you ever wonder why your parents are always saying that, do them a favor. In fact, right now, take a moment. For those of you who are younger, right now, you're living under your parents' roof, right? And your parents keep telling you, turn that off, turn this thing off, do that. Don't leave the door open, don't leave the thing. Go around and turn all the extra lights off. Right now. You want to stun your parents? Say, hey, you know what? I'm going to save you some money, Mom and Dad. I'm going to go turn the lights off. Not where it's not safe, though, by the way. Leave the safety lights on. Make sure you can get around without hurting yourself. That's up to you. But stun them. Stun them tomorrow. Maybe they're in bed. Maybe you're in bed. Maybe you're watching the stream, whatever. Stun your parents tomorrow by going around and say, you know what, Mom and Dad? I'm going to save you some money. Turn that light off. Now, don't turn the light off in the kitchen if they're in the kitchen cooking. Don't do that. But if you see a light on in the hallway, and you say, Mom and Dad, I'm going to save you some money. And go in there and turn that light off in the hallway that nobody's hanging out in. Go in that room that nobody's in with the light on and turn that light off. It will stun them. They'll be like, whose child is this? Where did this person come from? So there you go. Going to give you a little heads up. Get some points with your parents. Get some extra points. Level up. Level up a little bit with the parents. All right. Now, if everybody knows what I'm talking about, everybody who's a parent in here, or everybody who has to go out and earn their own living, maybe even if you're single, right? And you got yourself an apartment, and you're trying to pay your bills, and you're struggling, right? Put a hashtag truth in the chat. Hashtag truth, Kismet. In the chat right now. Let's do it. If you know what I'm talking about. Struggling to pay those bills, and people are just wasting that money like nobody's business, right? Maybe your roommate keeps leaving the lights on. Maybe your roommate keeps leaving the fridge open. Maybe your roommate keeps eating your food. Right? Hashtag truth in the chat. There we go. Kismet, it's funny you say that. Oh yeah, it ends that goes. Yeah, what's yours is hers, and what's hers is hers. Such is nature's plan. There you go. Sale ends after New Year's. Okay, so you can still get Ark for cheap. PC, yeah. Oh, everybody's playing on PS4. Oh, cool. Oh, cool. Well, sorry, buddy. Sorry. There we go. Dark Dragon knows what I'm talking about. Crazy knows what I'm talking about. Bacon knows what I'm talking about. We got a thumbs up from Sister Wolf. She knows what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Now, some of you right now, for those of you younger people in my stream, because I'm a PG-13 stream, maybe you have no idea what I'm talking about, and that's okay. You'll learn it eventually. You'll learn it eventually. But I will tell you, you will be stunned. You will be stunned that you can like stun your parents in that way. That you start thinking about how to make it easier on your parents, right? How can you make it? I wish I could go back in time and make it easier on my parents by just doing simple things. Turning the light off. They tell me to do something, I'm cool. I was already like that anyway, by the way. My parents say, hey, we need to do the dishes. I'm like, okay, cool, let's do it, right? But, I didn't fight with my parents very much, very often. Sometimes I didn't understand, or I thought I was right. I was very into being right all the time when I was young. Very being in the right. Hopefully, I've grown mostly out of that. Mostly out of that. I don't want to argue about who's right anymore. I'm past the stage in my life about wanting to know who is right. You're both wrong if you're trying to convince each other who is right. It doesn't work. It's a dead end. It's a dead end conversation. I'm right because of these reasons, and you're wrong. No, you're a jerk, and you're being more of a jerk by telling the other person they're wrong. You both could be right, by the way, at the same time. You totally could. You could both be right and be wrong at the same time. There you go. Kismet, will you make your own server when you start playing Ark? I will try to, Sweet Mint. I'm going to try to hook us up with our own server. We will see how it goes. Oh, you're playing some Ark already, Sister Wolf. Awesome. Awesome. Did a certain awesome person hook you up upon my request? Did you get hooked up? Or did you get it? Did you get hooked up or did you go out and get it, Sister Wolf? Because we're going to play some Ark together, that's for sure. Me and my mods and all my subs. And if you got those Kiz caps, we might let you in. Unless you troll. If you troll in there, boom, we're going to boot you out and not let you in again. I suggest not to troll. That's just me. I am totally not watching my mod chat. Oh, guys, I'm sorry. I'm in the zone where I am just, like, in the zone today. I don't know, I'm like in the real talk zone today. There you go. Talking Nightbot up there. Okay, good. They're not talking to me. I'm not missing out. Oh, cool. Awesome, Sister Wolf. Very, very cool. Well, I hope you're going to come play with me when I play. You going to come play with us, Sister Wolf? I feel sad. It's okay, Sister Wolf. I'm just messing. I'm just messing. You didn't like Rust? Well, I think Rust goes a little too far. Like, I don't need to see people's junk, right? I don't need to see people's junk. I'm an artist. I've seen a lot of junks in my day. I'm telling you. I've seen a lot of naked people. I have. Not just because I was looking on the internet, because I don't bother with that. I'm an artist. Artist, you see people as they are, right? The human form, right? It's not a thing I need to look at, right? I've seen enough of it. I doesn't like float my boat, right? If you float your boat, more power to you. I'm going to watch out that I don't go past that PG-13 line. But as an artist, you will see a lot of naked people. But it's not that way. It's not a sensual, sexual thing. It is to learn to draw. To learn to draw, you need to know the human form and how to draw it, right? You'll find a lot of artists are not obsessed with people being naked. Big deal. You get over it. Don't obsess about it. People are naked. Awesome. Get over it. People, as humans, are a beautiful thing. They are a pinnacle of our planet, right? At least in our minds, we're the pinnacle, right? Don't obsess. Don't obsess about that stuff. So, like I've said, I'm an artist. It's not my thing. I don't get into it, right? People come up to me, they got their cleavage out, they got all that stuff. I've seen it all before. Seen one, you've seen them all, right? Same thing with people. Men, women, you've seen one, you've seen them all. They're all the same. Doesn't matter where they come from, what background they are. We're humans. We are built the same. That's why if you treat people different, they are built the same. We're all built the same. We all have the capacity to be good, to be great. And we have to fight that balance of who we are, right? Everybody, everywhere, every person. Every person who's ever lived has made a mistake. Every person alive today will make a mistake, despite acting like they never make mistakes. And all the people who will ever live as humans, unless we, transfer our minds into robots, they will continue to make mistakes when all of us are long gone. Right? So give yourself the freedom to make mistakes. And don't obsess. Right? If you're an artist, you're going to see a lot of that. And then it becomes like numb to you. It's like, you see it, you're like, big deal. You see Michelangelo's David, you don't snicker as much. Maybe a little bit, because you're still a little kid inside, right? You still got a little bit of that funny. He's got no clothes on, right? You got a little bit of that, right? But don't obsess about it, is what I'm saying. Don't obsess. So when people try that stuff on me, right? They try the whole stuff, right? It doesn't get me. It's like, doesn't bother me. And the thing about being an artist is you've already seen it all. You've seen it all before. That's what I'm trying to say. I've seen it all before. I've been around. You know what I'm talking about. Can't wait to join me, Kismet. All right, awesome. Draw me like one of your French girls. There you go, Chewy. Oh, we're riding the line now. Nothing wrong with that movie. I'm sure a lot of you, when you were younger, went, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. She's like naked. Yeah. People, when they don't have the clothes on, they're naked. It happens to them. It happens. It's like a magic thing that happens. Right? Don't obsess about it. Go on with your life, bro. Go on with your life. Don't just look at women like that, by the way. Don't just look at women of their assemble of parts. The greatest thing about women has nothing to do with their assemble of parts. It's whether you make them laugh and they make you laugh. If they have something wonderful for you to discover about them, discover that wonderful thing. Oh, man. You got the power, bro. I can make my wife laugh when she's in the worst mood. When she goes to town, she never cusses at me unless I do silly stuff like give her my Dr. Pepper, by the way. If I give her like Dr. Pepper, she hates Dr. Pepper. So when I used to drink Dr. Pepper, I would switch a root beer with my Dr. Pepper. Man, she would cuss me out for that. Because my wife doesn't ever do that. She's very, very strong woman. Very proper. Will not flip people off. She has a aversion to flipping people off. Me, I'll flip people off every day, every single day. Doesn't bother me at all, right? Because I'm that kind of guy. I don't do it too much often now that I have kids and I'm mellowed in my older age. But there was a few times I was standing behind my door, full disclosure, when my parents were like being unfair, at least I thought they were unfair, and flipping them off from behind the door. You guys know what I'm talking about. You guys are thinking of it right now. Right now, you're thinking of the time you were standing behind that door flipping your parents off. I know you are. I know you are. Some of you might have done that earlier today. Hashtag more truth in the chat. Come on, hashtag more truth in the chat. Who's got the guts to admit that in the chat, right? See you, Heemful. Later, bro. Thanks for hanging out. We're doing a lot of real talk in the chat today. We're just chilling out. This is a total chill stream today, all right? Don't expect me to do anything extraordinary because I am exhausted. All right? Been fun. Streamer, I enjoyed the talk session, kids. Hopefully, Whisper expresses my gratitude for your epic host you did last night. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, buddy. You're welcome, buddy. I love hosting other people. Yeah, I don't know what where your message went, bro. I just see the message about how you buzzed me earlier. I didn't see the other message. Unless you sent it to me on Discord. I don't see it on Discord either. Heemful, I didn't see it, bro. Send it to me again. Unless you're already gone. Then I'll ask you to send it to me again next time. Done it, not proud of it. When you're young, you gotta off some of that steam, right? When you're young. Every time she tells you gaming is for losers. Oh, that's a rough one, bro. Now my wife is the same way. She don't understand. She don't understand the gaming technology, even though she's over there playing like Bejeweled, right? She's over there playing Tetris. The single greatest Tetris player I've ever seen, by the way. She could win tournaments of Tetris. I try to tell her, right? Like I used to consider myself a great Tetris player. And I would play versus her, and I would crush her, right? Because we'd play the Nintendo Game Boy back and forth, and I'd crush her at it. And then she really got into it, and she would play and play and play. And she literally could see it go whoom, at that speed. Whoom, 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 whoom. And I'd be like, I ain't getting any better than this, right? I'd get to level 11, maybe 15. She'd be on level 32. 32, dropping that down on one of those little handheld Tetrises. She can still do it, by the way. She can still just crush it. But she don't understand the gaming mentality. She don't understand all of this. She don't understand streaming. She don't understand all that. She is a regular person, right? You guys know what I'm talking about, right? The difference between when you're talking to somebody and they have no idea what you're talking about. I'm a gamer. I'm a streamer. I'm a da-da-da-da-da-da. And you can see their eyes go. Roll back in their head. Right over their head, right? They have no idea what you're talking about. Like right now, I'm going to do that to you guys right now. You ready? I'm going to make your guys' eye roll back in the back of your head. And it's going to go right over the top of your head. You ready? In pre-press and printing, there are 4 plates, the cyan, magenta, yellow, black. In those, you need to do trapping of 0.80 millimeters, and then combine those together on film until they are combined into plates. And then from those plates, they then put those onto the press and then press them on there. Now, there might be a few people of you who just understood what the hell I was talking about. Right? You might be like, the heck are you talking about, Kismet? Right? Sorry for the little bit. That was PG-13. That was PG-13. Hey, the guy in Gone with the Wind can say it. I can say it. There we go. You have no idea what I just said. Because it has to do with a whole people in graphic design. That was a bit about printing and what you have to do in printing, right? Some of you understood it. But some of you, it just went whoosh. And that's how other people feel when you're talking to them about gaming. When I'm talking to my wife about gaming, and I'm like, we got the Kismet PC, we got it. And she's like, awesome. She don't understand. Right? That's the way life is. Right? They don't understand. So hang in there, Dark Dragon. I am a big fan of any woman who is strong enough to be with a gamer. So there you go. Who is a strong enough of a woman to be with a gamer. So I'm a big fan of your wife, even though she's telling you you're a loser. I'm a big fan of her wife because she's still with you. There you go. There you go. Maybe you should do some of the stuff that she likes to do too. You know, both ways, right? Both ways. Goes both ways. And remember, what's hers is hers and what's yours is hers. Those are the rules. Those are the rules. You put that thing on, those are the rules. By the way, I do not wear my wedding ring. You notice that? You know why? Because it almost took my finger off. I got it caught one time, and it actually cracked my finger. Actually made my finger crack, and I thought I was going to lose my finger. So I took it off, and I'm like, there ain't nobody chasing me anyway. Ain't nobody chasing after me, trying to get me to marry him. I'm like, hey, I'm 40 pounds overweight. I'm a big guy. Ain't no ladies chasing after me in my age. You know, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm not looking for ladies. There's my wife, and then there's everybody else in the world. I'm not looking for nobody. Nobody ain't looking for me. So there you go. There you go. I'm past that stage. I'm past that stage in my life. Yeah, kids, you and your mods made Alex's night last night. Oh, thank you, Dark Dragon. Thank you, buddy. Yes, that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. I love raiding. It is one of my favorite things. And I love for them to take that raid and then pay it forward to somebody else. I call it the Kismet Love Train. We get on the Kismet Love Train. We take it to somebody else. They get on the Kismet Love Train, take it to somebody else, and keep that train going until it goes all the way around Twitch. And you know what? Every single person that it touches, it makes their night. It makes them better. Makes them have a better stream. And then it just keeps going round and round. Now you're like, Kismet, when did you come up with that, man? When did you first do that? When I first became a streamer, at the very beginning. I thought it was an incredible idea because Kira had come into my channel and she had raided me. I'd never been raided before, and I did that same exact face that he did, and a lot of other people that we raid. Probably somebody tonight too. Oh my God, what is this raiding thing? I've never seen this raiding thing. I don't know what it's all about. Oh my gosh, so there's like, oh, there's a ton of people in my stream. I don't know what to do now. I'm on my blah 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 blah. Right? You get to the blah 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 part. You know you did it right. And then I was like, that is such a brilliant idea. That is such a great thing to make the community better by going and maybe discovering somebody that you might not have discovered. Maybe go and discover some other great streamer. I was talking to Banlish for like 2 hours. I would have never met Banlish if I had not done that. Me and Banlish are like kindred spirits. We're both at that kind of age. We're past all that youth stuff. You know, we have wives that put off with us, even though we're gamers, right? And, you know, we're that kind of kindred spirits. You'll meet people like that in your life. Even if you don't physically meet them, you will meet people like that. Like my mods are like that. Like people in the stream are like that. There's like a connection that happens, right? And that's the great thing about life. And that's the great thing about what we do, right? That you connect with people in what you do, right? Now, you got to watch out for the people who try to take advantage of you. Got to watch out for the people who are going to be crazy. And you got to watch out for the people who are just nothing but negative. Those people you got to watch out for. But people you connect with who are awesome, that's what this is all about. That's what stream is all about for me. Connecting with awesome people, right? Yeah, I'm just some guy on the internet. I'm just Kismet, right? You don't know who I am. You've never met me in real life. You could have if you were at TwitchCon. Could have met me in real life. You could meet me maybe in the next TwitchCon. But I am who I am. This is who I am. This is who I am in real life. This is the guy I am. Of course, again, I will look a lot older in real life. I'm giving you a heads up. I will look older. All right? Just so you know. Just so you know. That's like my running joke now. That's my running joke. So yes, we're going to make somebody else's night tonight. Ow, your brain. Plus, you guys put her past 600 followers, was kids. And yeah, unlike the pet is going to die. Pet's fine. Pet's fine. I told you it was going to be chill stream. I told you. I warned you. Chill stream. Take forever, Kismet. You're taking forever. That's okay. I'm torturing you guys. You're lucky I'm even streaming. You're lucky I'm even streaming at this point. I am so exhausted. Again, I will be back to my normal self after a few days of rest. Of course, I will not be streaming tonight. Tuesday, I'm usually off on Tuesday night. I will probably be working on stuff, but I will not be streaming. But tonight I will. We will do some fun contests. Let's do it. Let's set up. After I don't know how many hours now we've been chatting. Let's set up the pet guessing game. Let's do it. You guys are like, Kismet, man. I'm like exhausted. I'm with you. I'm with you. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and start it up. So again, I'm going to give you, I better give you more than 3 minutes. I better give you more time than that. Boom. Oh, won't let me edit it. Won't let me edit it. Hold on a second. Okay, I'm going to start it up and then I'm going to stop it. Okay, hold on. Start it. Then I'm going to cancel it. Now I can edit it. Sorry. I want to make it 5 minutes instead of 3. All right, there we go. There we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to play a little game that I like to play. All right. This is called the Kismet Pet Guessing Game. Now you guys are going to guess what pet it is. It's going to be a cat, a parrot, or a dog. Or really actually dog, cat, parrot is your options. You can put exclamation point bet space dog space and then how many kiss caps you want to bet. This is how you can earn and win kiss caps here on the stream. Now what are kiss caps? Kiss caps are my loyalty reward here on the stream. They are these awesome things. You're like, oh my god, Kismet, you have real bottle caps? That's right, I do. I do have real bottle caps, so I use them as business cards. Used them at TwitchCon. They were a big hit. There they are, if they want to focus. Focus, baby. Gotta come back here and then kind of come up. Still doesn't work. Come on, focus. Loves to torture me. There we go. And then inside, artist, gamer, and proud Twitch broadcaster. There you go. There you go. So those things are the things you're earning right now just by hanging out on the stream. Just by being amazing. Right now. You're earning a bunch of them. Now, if you're at the top of the stream and you're hearing all these other bonus streams, I dish them out. I give you tons of bonus. Like at the top of the stream today, I give 1,000 of them away. So you can use them on our giveaway. So I'm going to start it right now. You got 5 minutes to bet and be part of that. If you bet correctly, because we're going to open this, and whichever one is the one that shows up is the people that win. All right? So if you bet cat, and a cat pops out of this box, you win, along with whoever else bets cat, or whoever bets dog, or whoever bets parrot. All right? Now you can go with everybody else and say like dog, cat. Go for the long shot, parrot. Up to you. Up to you. Speaking of parrot, I actually do have a parrot. I have one parrot in my vault, right there. What's the name of my parrot? Mango. Mango is the name of my parrot. All right, so we'll give you a shot here. We'll give you a shot. We will actually play a little Fallout Shelter. Push her past 600 followers. Yes. That's right. She's playing some 7 Days to Die. She's like, oh, that Fallout Shelter guy, which is hilarious to me, by the way, Dark Dragon. That she calls me the Fallout Shelter guy because I started Fallout Shelter many years ago. I mean, several years ago, or a year and a half ago. My brain. I started about a year and a half ago to seriously become a streamer through Fallout Shelter because I loved the game. I had so much fun. Meridave remembers. We would have all sorts of fun in this chat. And by the way, you go watch my old videos, which are way lower quality than these videos and this stream. But because when I send it to Twitch and then Twitch then read things and sends it up to YouTube and they're really low quality, I was like, I don't like that quality. I'd up the quality now. Now all of my videos you will see they're 1080 HD. I'm recording this right now. By the way, I looked to make sure. I'm recording this right now in 1080 HD. It's going to be 100 gigs. Then I'm going to take this video and I'm going to convert it and take another couple hours and then upload it to YouTube in full 1080 HD. Yes, I will. Eventually. Eventually. But yes, I'm glad that we got to push her up there. But the funny thing is she said I was the Fallout Shelter guy. But I rarely ever play Fallout Shelter. The reason why I was playing Fallout Shelter is because my PC had died. Normally, you will see me playing Star Wars The Old Republic with my team. Team of up to about 900 members over the years. We're just about to hit 900. And I also play 7 Days to Die. And I also play Fallout 4. Probably the thing I'm most known for is Fallout Shelter and Fallout 4. I would say the bulk of all of my followers hit the follow button during that time. During that time when I was playing those. But there's a lot of other awesome people who hit the follow button when I was just playing other random things like Skyrim or Witcher or any of that other stuff I play as well. And soon to be Ark. There we go. So there we go. All right, 2 minutes left, everybody. feel like I'm doing a giveaway. I feel like I'm doing a giveaway. See, that's why I was probably taking so long. I don't want to exhaust myself again. Because we literally gave away hundreds of games on the stream. Gave away hundreds of games on the stream. T-shirts, loot drops over the last few months. Again, it had grown to a level where I didn't realize it was going to get to that level. I didn't realize we bit off of probably a little bit more than we could chew, but we got through it and we did it. I mean, stacking that massive giveaway on top of trying to get partnership at the same time, on top of my PC dying, and then trying to raise funds for a new PC, and all of that just stacked, probably wasn't the greatest idea. But we accomplished it all. Got to give me credit for that. We accomplished all of that. We did it all. And we did it my way. There we go. A little Frank Sinatra for you. A little Frank Sinatra. There you go. I actually said that, Kismet. My bad. I was the guy on Discord while Alex was playing. Still trying to send that message, but I cannot seem to get it to go through. You were the guy on Discord while Alex is playing. Oh, oh, okay. I see. There we go. Again, I love doing that. I love paying it forward like that. I love, really, the only thing that I really require, that I really aim for in a raid, and they don't have to pay it forward if they don't want to. Nobody has to hit the follow button if they don't want to. Nobody has to go over there and raid if they don't want to. But I want to see them smile. That's the only selfish thing that I want. Is I want to see them smile when I go in there. That we had some sort of impact on their day. And again, that goes back, like that story I told, way back when I had a chance to help somebody and I didn't. Right? You will find that you will get more enjoyment out of helping other people than you realize. That going in there and taking that extra minute to say, you know what? We're sending you that love. We're sending you that love. We're trying to make you smile, trying to make your night, make you have like the night you will remember forever, right? You have that power. Everybody does. Everybody has that power. We're going to use that power later. We're going to use that power later here in the stream to make somebody else smile tonight, to make them have a great time in their stream, to maybe make them step up their stream a little bit, right? Because they're going to be having a funner night. Maybe they'll attract some more people to their stream. Maybe they'll get a little bit bigger and they'll say, wow, that was a great night. I'll never forget that, right? We're going to do that later. We're very chill tonight. I know I'm not like amped up like I normally am. I'm saving up some energy. I'm saving up some energy tonight. We are chill tonight. Sometimes we have just a chill night. Monday's a good night to chill. I would normally be raiding with my team on Monday nights, by the way, in Star Wars The Overpowered. Answer the questions correctly and win some caps. I don't need any caps, but I'll try to answer them correctly. Answer them wrong, lose your head. There we go. All right, time's up. Why was Mora trying to... What book was Mora trying to write? I don't even know who that is. All About the Rad Roaches, How to Live in the Wasteland, Wasteland Survival Guide, War and Peace. I'm going to say Wasteland Survival Guide. Total guess. That sounds right. Oh. On to the next round. Actually, it's not on the next round. I'm going to have to escape. Give up. You're like, Kismet, why did you give up, bro? We got to do that pet thing. Can't be hanging around and doing questing when we got a pet thing to open. I don't want to torture you guys too much more. Could your mods ban me? No, they can't ban me. I have super mod status. Super mod status. They cannot ban me. I have complete control over most of that. At least I like to think so. Kiz, what is it? By the way, I would not add somebody if I didn't trust them as my mod, by the way. My mods are awesome. Dark Dragon. Kiz, what is funny is he and myself were literally talking about you like 20 minutes before you rated her. Oh, really? Really? Oh, what were you guys saying? That Kismet guy. He's so crazy over there. What's his problem? He's so crazy. My bad. I was... Oh, yeah, that's that one. Dark Angel! There he is! The man himself! Rest. Rest, Dark Angel. Rest, bro. You need to rest up. Just come in and chill out. We're having a chill stream tonight. We're just chilling out. Not doing much. Having a good stream, I think, though. I still think it's the best stream ever. I think it's a much-deserved chill stream for everybody. For everybody to just be like, I just wanna relax. I want to be chill. I've had a rough holiday. I'm exhausted. It's Monday. I don't have to work, hopefully. And I just want to chill with Kismet. Hopefully you guys are having that night. Just a nice chill. There's nothing crazy going on with your family. There's nothing crazy going on at work. There's no crazy stuff. And that's why I really like, by the way, this period, one of my favorite periods of the year. Right after Christmas, up to New Year's. Because it's probably the most chill time in the entire year. Right? What do you guys think in the chat? What do you think? Do you think this is like the most chill time you get out of the whole entire year? Is between after Christmas, the 26th, and the first of the year? Because after the first year, like, all right, first of the year, it's time to go. Right? Break all those New Year's resolutions and do all that stuff. I don't make New Year's resolutions. I just, the best time to start something is now, not in the future. Now is the best time to do it. There you go. There you go. Let me know in the chat. I really think it's awesome she had to take a step back for a moment. Yeah, Dark Dragon. Yeah, I love that. I love that moment. It's the moment I live for. The moment she's like, what's going on? Oh, I'm getting raided. Huh? What am I doing? And then we saw her smile. We saw her smile. She had a big old smile on her face. And I go, mission accomplished. Mission accomplished. Even more than the follows. Even more than the going in there and blowing up the chat. We made her smile. She's going to have just that much of a better stream. Maybe she had a rough day. Maybe, things are not going that great in the game. She keeps dying or whatever. She's trying to build stuff. She don't have enough resources or whatever. Her family is driving her crazy. Maybe the, boyfriend's driving her crazy or husband or whatever. You never know. You never know. But for a moment, we made her smile. For that moment, we did our thing. We did our thing. There we go. Yes and no, says Rigbo. More so after New Year's, says Crazy. Oh, that's right. Well, if the family is staying in an extended stay, I can understand that. Extended stay. We do not have family stay with us. We do not do that. They stay over there and we stay where we are. They can come by, say sup. But usually, they live down the road anyway, so it's not like they have to go far. At least my wife's family. My family, way in California. Whole entire side of the United States. Way over there. But we do get on there and, got on there with my mom and, wished her happy or Merry Christmas and all of that. And the kids get to sit there and FaceTime back and forth and tell them about all the stuff that they got and talk with them for hours and have a great old time. There you go. There you go. Pet time! You're right. Dark Dragon, keeping me on shit. Between you and Rig is like, come on, Kismet. Rigbo's like, come on, Kismet, bro. Taking a long time here. I'm trying to win some Kizcaps. I'm telling you, I'm spent. I'm spent. If you chose a cat, you're the winner. Maine Coon, minus 6% training time. Cool. Cool. Who's in training right now? Didn't we put somebody in training? We did. Butch. Boom. There you go, Butch. Butch up. Got yourself a minus training time cat there. All right, you cat lovers. Or people who chose cat. There are 10,000 Kizcaps on the line. Let's see how much you just won. Boom. All right, you have picked cat as the correct option. 4 people won the contest. 3 largest winners bet 1,000 and won 3,333 caps. So you just tripled your caps. Congratulations. Congratulations. And to everybody else who didn't win, but who were participating anyway. Oh, wow, I can't remember the command. Oh, there we go. To all of you who have participated, just earned everybody 500 caps in the 500 caps in the stream. There you go. You got an extra 500 caps because all of those people participated. So make sure to say thanks to all those people who participate. More people who participate, the more awesome we have, more awesome time we have, and the more likely that I am to give you everybody some bonus Kiz Caps. Because we work as a team here. We're all part of the Kismet team. We work together as a team. And I consider all of you my extended team. On top of my members, on top of everybody else, you guys are part of the Kismet Army. You're part of the extended team here. Part of the team. Got my caps back, said Sister Wolf. There you go. Look at some of you guys. You guys are stocking up. Look at that. You guys got some serious caps up in there. 10,000 caps Rigbo's got. Or 4,500 Sweet Mint's getting going. Bacon's rocking the 11,000. Nice. That's a ton of Kiz Caps. I love it when people participate, right? When people, enjoy that interactivity on my stream. I try to make my stream as interactive as I can. More awesome interactive stuff coming up soon. Working away at it. When I'm less exhausted, every 2 seconds, I will get that stuff implemented. All right. Ooh, mama. Look at all this stuff. Oh, maybe we can make another Dragon Maw. We got totally distracted from doing Dragon Maw, by the way. Duplicate. Oh, bummer. Oh, got another recipe. By the way, all the stuff I'm talking and doing all this stuff, I was just waiting for them to come back from the wasteland, by the way. And they're back. They're back from outer space. Spy on those raiders. Oh, this one give us a lunchbox. Let's do that one. And as you can see, I'm going to take them. And I'm going to turn them right back around. Out in the wasteland. There you go. Laters! Alright, let's see if we make another Dragon Maw. Speaking of making stuff. And then nope, I don't think we have enough. Nope, there it is right there. Yeah, we can make it. Yes, we can make a Dragon Maw. Awesome. No problem, Chewy. Go for it, man. You deserve it. Relax. Chill out. I got it covered in the stream, bro. I'm giving you the night off from having to give out Kiz Caps or do Nightbot or any of that stuff. I'm probably not even going to take a break today, by the way. See, when I'm chill like this, I don't need to take as many breaks. When I'm just chill and I'm not like doing all of that giveaway and I'm not doing all of that stuff. When I'm chill, on chill nights, I usually just go all the way through because it doesn't aggravate my dizziness. But I like to be animated most of the time. This is me like really relaxed, by the way, everybody. Just for the nature of the fact that I am exhausted. I'm exhausted, but I'm streaming anyway. Because that's the way I am. I don't ever give up. I go at it. I do what I need to do every day. Every day. All right. Now that we got that done and we made that giant list, let's go ahead and make some legendaries. That's going to give us some achievements. Now, when you get to a certain point, you have so much resources. I'm getting back to the game now. You have so many resources that what you can do is you can just go ahead and make stuff purely to unlock them in your achievements. And that's what I'm going to be doing. I need to whisper a new Discord invite. Why do I need to whisper a new invite? Whisper an invite. Is the Discord not working? People not able to get on the Discord? Let me know, Mayor Dave. People are not able to get on the Discord, let me know. They can also go to kismetbp.com. Right here. B like Bravo, P like Papa. Go to .com and there's actually a Discord link right there. You just click right where it says Discord. Click that link, take it right to our Discord. If you're looking to join the team, or just chill out with a bunch of awesome peeps, you're welcome. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. All right. All right, let's see if we got any of these in. Accelerated railroad rifle. Oh, man, I should have put this in a data. I should put this in a database. Hold on. I wrote down all the names of the stuff I've already got. Then I'm going to go over to an incredibly wrong program. That was the wrong one. That was not a spreadsheet. That was a word processor. There we go. I'm going to make a spreadsheet because they're out of order. Alphabetical order. I'm going to paste them in there. Huh. Hold on. I'm going to have to do something here. Let's see. I'm going to have to make this work. Copy that. Replace this, comma. Base. Technology is fantastic. There we go. Let's try that. Nope. There we go. All right. And then we'll put ascending. You can't see any of this, by the way. But what I basically did is I took this list that I made, and it's all out of alphabetical order, which makes it harder to tell whether I've got it or not. Then I took it and I copied and I pasted it into a spreadsheet and then told it to sort based on alphabetical, and now it's all in order. There you go. Little tip that I know. One of these days, when I do some creative streams, I'll show exactly how to do that. All right? Exactly how to do that. Just remind me, or I may forget. All right, accelerated railroad rifle. Ah, see, I'm glad I did that because we do already have one of those. Alien blaster, have one of those. Amplified Gatlin laser. We do not have one of those. Let's do that. All right. Let's go ahead. We've got the top 3 going now. Yes, we do. And let's do this one. Going to legendary. So I'm just working on the legendary ones. Eventually I'll write down all the other ones and try to do those as well. Let's do this. Let's just do by legendary name. Doesn't seem like backwards. Red Rocket. That's a cool one. Have that one? Nope. Do that one. That one sounds fun. All right, so we're just doing those just to unlock, because I have a massive amount of resources. In fact, I had to reduce my resources so that I could add more to it. I could add more to my storage. I had way too many resources and was not using any of them. Or at least not using as much that would ever use them up in such a, at that capacity. All right, of course, right when I go to do something, that's when it's got some sort of event going on. It's an event right there. All right, hold on. We're going to just try to clear this event. I'm going to show you a little trick. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to send people to the rooms around where that event is going on. I'm not going to send it to the room where they currently are. All right, see, now I sent 2 people there. I tried to preempt it and stop it in time. I'm also sending somebody up above there. Did I stop it? I did. Okay, so I got a hold of it so it wouldn't spread anymore. Now, normally I don't need to. Normally I can just, I can just send people in there. Oh, dude needs some heals. Dude needs some heals. Normally I can just let it run. But since we want to stop this so we can do some crafting, I'm going to send a bunch of people up there to lend a hand with those rad roaches. And these guys down here too. Lend a hand with those rad roaches. And then they'll just go right back to where they were, which is, I think, one of the coolest parts of Fallout Shelter, is the fact that they just go back where you just had them. So there's a way to do it. So don't try to run into the room they're in, because you'll never get there in time. Run into the rooms around there, at least one person per room. Send one person to every room that's around there if it starts to spread, and then you can contain the spreading of it, and then pull a whole bunch of people in there. Do one person at a time, though, because you may miss it. It may, by the time the person gets in there, it went in that room, and then it spread to the one above it, right? So always do like the one next to it, and maybe at 1 or 2 above it with just one people and one person, and then they'll contain it. Once one person's in there fighting it, then it will stay contained in that room, at least for long enough for you to put people in there. So there we go. There we go. I'm reading your thing, Heem Fum. Oh, yeah, my mods are awesome. They are amazing. See, now, the interesting thing, when I was watching Co's Carnage, by the way, let's talk a little bit about mods. For you streamers out there, you budding streamers, you want to be a streamer. I talk a bit about streaming, and eventually I'll show you guys how to do overlays and all the stuff that I'm doing here in my stream. And I hope you like my Kismet t-shirt, because it's awesome. That's right, boom, right there. Kismet, that's me. I love this shirt because it feels like you're wearing a hug. It is super soft and wonderful. Nice. So, yes, my mods are awesome. Now, one of the things that Co Carnage had mentioned at his thing, by the way, incredible streamer, by the way. Incredible, great streamer, and incredible nice guy. I got to meet him for a few seconds. I got to meet him for a few seconds at that TwitchCon before I almost got ran over by somebody in a wheelchair and got yelled at for being in the way. Now, I have a little problem hearing in one of my ears because I have a little bit of hearing loss. But I didn't hear them talking to me. I had no idea because I was talking to him. And I was talking to Co Carnage, and I gave him some bottle caps. And I said, bro, yours is hands down the best one in here. The best one. And it was. I don't go up and say that just out of, thing. He's not going to raid me. He doesn't know me. Not going to know anything about me. He is 10,000 things, and I am way at the bottom. He's way up at the top, right? I didn't go up and tell him that for that reason. I didn't tell him, hey, blah, 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 so you can raid me or whatever, right? I don't want anything from him, right? I just want, when people do something good and they take extra time to be great at something, you should take an extra moment and say, thank you, you did an awesome job. Because they're not going to know. They're not going to know unless you tell them, and especially if you don't want something from them, right? If you go up to them and it's totally in a way that just says, hey, bro, you did an awesome job. And then I did a little joke. I gave him some Kiz Caps and said, I know you play some Fallout 4. Well, here, buy yourself some resources. And I gave him some of the Kiz Caps because I thought it was funny. I thought it was a funny little joke. He laughed. He said, thanks, man. That's great. And then I almost got ran over by that person who said, get out of my way. I'm trying to, somebody was trying to get by, trying to get the person by with a wheelchair. And it was my bad. I was in the way. I totally was, and I couldn't hear them out of that ear. So, because I have vertigo and again, hearing loss. So that's what causes some of my vertigo, by the way, is that hearing loss. And it's like an ear imbalance is what it is. So, so what he said in there, getting around to it, is that as a streamer, your mods reflect on your channel. So if your mods go out and start, aggravating other people in there, in Twitch, right? Great example. One of your mods goes out. I'm talking to streamers and talking to my mods too because they're awesome. But if you have people who are mods in your channel, especially if they're like your pro mods, especially if eventually you pay your mods too. I would love to do that. That'd be awesome. And then they go out and they say, go around and harass other streamers, then it's going to reflect poorly on you, which I had never even thought of that. But I do understand that because I understand that from my team, as I tell my team, be respectful of everybody, even in the community, because your actions reflect on everybody around you, right? So say you have a mod, they go out, they start harassing somebody, especially female streamers, right? And they keep talking about their parts and their breasts and whatever, right? And they just take it too far, right? You want to go into somebody's stream, don't be disrespecting them, right? Don't be disrespecting them. We're all built the same. We're all built the same. You know what? Go in there, be respectful. That's all I'm saying. Your life, though, your choices, they're up to you. But he did mention that your mods do reflect on you in a negative way when that happens. But the thing that I also thought, which he did not mention, is that your mods also reflect on you in a great way when they go out and do just what Heemful is talking about, where my mods went with us in the raid, they got in the channel, and they helped another streamer just because they're awesome. They went and helped out Alex that we raided last night, and I didn't even know that, by the way. I was exhausted. I went straight for the bed. Straight for the bed and went to sleep. And again, I shut down my machine. Normally, I edit I edit down the stream right after the stream. I usually do a whole bunch of stuff and check my Twitter and do all of that, and I upload stuff or get 12 hours of uploading going and all of that. I did none of that. I did what's on the Mac. It's called control and then eject, which basically shuts your whole entire machine down. That's what I did. I shut it down, went straight to bed. But apparently, they went in there and they helped. She was struggling to set up a bunch of her stuff, and they went in and helped. And again, get awesome mods because they reflect, if they're awesome, they reflect awesomely on you and themselves and the channel, as well as, and He was so motivated that he came in and gave you guys an attaboy, as they call it. An attaboy, right there. And I'm going to take that and put that in my mod chat, by the way, so my mods can read that as well. Because I think, and again, when people do awesome stuff, like I went up and told Code Carnage, again, I don't expect Code Carnage to come in here and drop 10,000 people on my channel. He don't know me. I'm just some random guy, and some older guy, by the way. Some random guy who came up to him at TwitchCon. Big deal. I'm this guy, right? Don't expect that from big streamers, by the way. Don't expect like you're gonna contact big YouTubers or big streamers and they're gonna come and they're gonna raid you. Most big streamers have very high difficulty communicating with people because they are so inundated. They are so massively inundated with emails and they're so massively inundated with comments and all of that, that it is difficult for them to manage it. But I'm going to find a way. I'm going to be the first one. I'm going to be the one that if I ever reach that stage, that I don't miss that text and I don't miss that person trying to contact me and I don't miss any of that. I don't care if I have to have 50 mods. I don't care if I have to have 100 mods. I'm going to do whatever I can to try to solve that problem. Because I see that as a problem. That when you get to that stage, you're unreachable. You're unreachable by most people, right? I mean, I could talk to him at TwitchCon, and he was nice enough to take an extra second to talk to me, because he was in the middle of doing a whole bunch of stuff up there. Because he was trying to get out of there, because the next people were coming in. And I appreciate that extra second. And the only thing I wanted to do was go up there and tell him, hey, you did an amazing, because I was so motivated. I was sitting in the back, by the way. I was sitting way in the, because I'd come in, I was in another seminar, and it got out right when that one started, and I booked over there, got in there, I was in the very back of the thing, and I walked all the way up to the front. That's how motivated I was to say, you know what, this was incredibly great. It was well put together, well thought out, well implemented. It was incredible, great advice for streamers. If you have not seen it, by the way, you should go watch it back on video on demand. I wish I had the link. I don't know. Maybe I'll make my mods work a little bit. See if you can find that link, guys. If you can't find it, no big deal. But see if you can find that link about Code Carnage's mod panel at TwitchCon. It was excellent. I've done a lot of speaking, by the way. I've done a lot of public speaking. I've been in one of the #1 Toastmasters in the world, which is a speaking group. And they teach you how to speak in front of audiences, things like that. I've talked in front of thousands of people, 8,000, 10,000, and more before. About computers, about technology, about presenting different things, all of that kind of stuff. And that was a really, really good one. And I thought it was worth the time, right? But again, you have good mods, they'll reflect on you well. You have bad mods, they'll reflect on you poorly. Another thing he said, remember, this is a business. This is what I do for a living, right? It's what I do for a living. This is my job, which is a great job, by the way. Great job. There we go. Now, am I making tons of bank? Absolutely not. My wife's working 2 jobs. I don't take anything from the stream. The stream goes, all the money goes back into the stream. That's because that's what you got to do when you start. You got to rub those pennies together and keep going. That's what you got to do. Kez, what spent all my caps last night, so I'm down to 11,000. I was like at 40,000. Well, Rigbo, you did win, bro. You know what I mean? You did win because you got to play. A lot of people didn't have 40,000 caps. You got to play. You got to have a fun time. That's what it's all about. Always, you never want to be a sore loser. Always want to be a good thing. And you're awesome because you didn't get all upset. And you didn't do all of that. And you got an additional 10,000 caps for being awesome. Right? Additional 10,000. And you got a whole bunch today, too. And you'll have all of those ones to use. And don't worry, I'll be giving a ton more. If you don't have it, just hang out in the stream. You'll get a bunch of them. Like Amara Dave and Sister Wolf, the bulk of theirs is because they hang out in the stream all the time. They're in the stream all the time. They just hang out in the stream. I give away bonus ones, but usually it's just them hanging out in the stream. Leave the stream open whenever I'm streaming. You get a ton of them before you know it. You have so many, you'll be like, Kismet, what do I use these on? I got too many. Amara Dave's got 100,000. What is he going to use them on? He's my mod. Whatever he wants. Boom, he's got. You know what I mean? What does the BP stand for in your name? Oh, great question, Rigbo. Great question. The BP started. What is it with these rad roaches? Every 2 seconds. Come on, I'm trying to build some stuff here. Thought I cleared you guys already. All right, I'll let them go now. Now they're already almost done. The BP stands for Blood Pledge. And you'll be like, that doesn't answer my question, Kismet. What does that mean? I know. Blood Pledge is another name for guild, right? When we started back in the day, 14 plus years ago, we started a game called Lineage. That Lineage game, instead of calling it a guild, which is before that name was super popular, there were still guilds then, and like thieves guilds and stuff like that in other games. But the guild term was not as strong as it is today, or not as common. It really became common with World of Warcraft. That's when it really became like a synonymous with a gaming team, right? And that's why I usually use the word guild, because everybody knows that term and what it means. But in those days, they would have different names for guilds. Fellowships, blood pledges, teams, that kind of thing. They would have, in different games, they would have different terms for guilds. And in this game, Lineage, where we started, we had a blood pledge, which is what Kismet BP means, or the Kismet Guild. That's what that stands for. So that's why I started KismetBP.com, which is our website, and has been running continuously for 14 years, all this time. And you can go up there and you can see all sorts of stuff. We have it set up in communication mode right now, so members can go on there and see what's going on Twitter and what's going on and different stuff. I do the website myself. One of my great loves is to work on that website, even though it is like a... sometimes. You know what I mean? It is a chore to make that thing work. Sometimes as feisty as can be. Websites are very tough sometimes, especially when you're trying to go above and beyond like me. I try to do that whole next level, right? And it could be way better than it is, but I'm exhausted. There's a whole bunch of other stuff I'd like to do onto it too. And there's always that. The website is never finished, by the way. It's always in the process of evolving. So there we go. So that's what the BP stands for. Monsterholic says, "Oh, yo, kids, how you doing, man? Greetings, chat. Sup, Monsterholic? What's up, sup? Dark Dragon's here. Okay, I got to get back to brainstorming on how to make $32 more, kids, for Ark. I've fallen behind." There you go. Go for it, Dark Dragon. Get those dollar bills, man. Get those dollar bills. Play yourself some awesome games. Answer that question, Rigbo. Great question again. Crazy says, "Okay, read the message on Discord and forgot what link Kismet wanted." The link to Code Carnage's panel at TwitchCon, at the 2016 TwitchCon. Code Carnage had a panel about mods. If you are a streamer, I would say that is required watching. That is absolutely required. Brilliant info about mods and how to add good mods, and so on and so forth. And then have, what you expect from your mods. That should be something very, you just add a mod, don't expect anything from them. They don't know what they should be doing or what the rules are or all that kind of stuff. Make sure you have some focus for them. Because you find some awesome mods, and sorry you can't have mine, because mine are awesome. Mine are amazing. The best ones on Twitch. Sorry, bros. Sorry. I'm a little selfish in that way. I'm a little selfish in the fact that they are so amazing. You can't have them. No. Mine. No, I'm just messing. Maybe. Not just messing. Kiss, I know you saw a book. Did you see all the signatures in it? Did I see all the signatures in it? No. Let me go back and look. I had it up here, but I forget what browser I had it in. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, I won't know the names anyway, by the way. I won't know the names, even the signatures. It's disappeared. Oh, I think I went to your site. Got rid of it. Hold on. Back it up in my browser. Or not. I forget where I saw it now. And I hope you guys are enjoying the stream, because I am a wreck. I'm a wreck! I will hopefully be better in the next few days after I rest up a bit. Rest up, back to my old Kismet self. I'll be sitting here looking at a whole bunch of computer parts that I can't put together because I don't have a case. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome. I'll be like, I got PC parts. I got PC parts. Again. Oh, all the different developer and artists that were at the cantina. Cool. It's on Twitter. That's where it was. Thank you, bro. Thanks for backing me up. I did not see that. Let's see. All I saw was the book. Oh, yeah. There it is in the other picture. It's upside down, man. You're messing me up. Well, I guess signatures can't be upside down. That is cool, man. Yeah, the Anaheim Cantina. By the way, it did a massive 3D animation of the Anaheim Convention Center back in the day. Back in the day when they were going to remodel it, and they're the second largest convention center in the United States, by the way. Guess you didn't know that. They are massive. It's like a mile square, that whole entire area there. So, like, that's where they also had the very first BlizzCon. That's where I have a lot of conventions there. So I